The main character is reborn as a baby. Every sip of milk he drinks makes him stronger. At 3 months old, he could do 10,000 sit-ups. At 4 months old, he learned how to crawl. At 5 months old, he could walk. This is because he has a game hacking system. As long as he trains a certain body part, that part will become infinitely stronger. By the 6th month, he was able to watch TV with his parents. The world he lives in has 2 types of superpowers. One is mechanically modified people. The other is gene-mutated people. People who are mechanically modified use machinery to enhance themselves, strengthening their bodies through mechanical alterations, strengthening their bodies. Gene mutation involves fusing with the genes of exotic beasts to obtain various abilities, and humanity's uninvited enemy, which appeared after the Earth's mutation, are various types of exotic beasts. Not long after, new neighbors moved in near the main character's house. They also had a daughter named Shen Qinghan. This little girl was the main character's first friend in this world, but at this time he still didn't know that their destinies would be tightly bound together in the future. By the 7th month, he had learned to run. He also learned to jump high and could even talk. In the 8th month, he began to frantically do sit-ups and train his muscles. Although he only dared to train when his parents weren't home, he only dared to train. His long-term training was still exposed. He was accidentally discovered by his mother. The mother rubbed her eyes. "What in the world? Why did I see the little one doing sit-ups?" But just as she looked again, the main character pretended to be sound asleep. The mother thought that lately she had been watching too many mindless short films causing mental confusion and hallucinations. A few days later, while helping the main character bathe, the mother frantically called out, "Husband, honey, our son is only 8 months old, so why does he have a six-pack already?" The father thought his son's appetite was already astonishing. And now a six-pack too? Then, a brilliant idea flashed in the father's mind. He told his wife, "Our son must have a talent that surpasses tens of thousands of people." He even said proudly, "Our son's future will be very bright. If he doesn't undergo gene mutation, he will undergo mechanical modification and rise to the top." The main character immediately breathed a sigh of relief. Just turning on the hack was almost exposed. Luckily, my dad's brain is convinced I'm a genius. Having a father who is a novelist is quite fortunate. But speaking of geniuses, in this world, he is not the only one. The main character. The TV reported that a 1,000-year-old martial arts family in the capital had produced a genius teenager with innate divine strength. At 2 years old, he could lift a 20 jin 10 kilo in weight. Seeing this, the mother patted her son's head. "Our Shen is also very impressive. In the future, he will definitely not be inferior to those 1,000-year-old family clans." Not inferior to those 1,000-year-old clans. The main character thought to himself, "My mother is really a good judge of character." But he also didn't know if when he turned 2, he could easily lift a 20 jin weight. Soon, the main character turned 2 years old. Based on his strength enhancement progress, he could now also easily lift a 20 jin weight. Just then, his mother called his name. Shen, my love, where are you?" "Little sister Han is here to play with you. Why don't you come out?" The main character patted his shoulders and walked out. Then he saw a little girl. The little girl held a piece of cake and offered it to the main character. He told her she could eat it herself. Although their mental maturity was very different, the main character still let the little girl play with him, because she would lie on the main character's back, which reasonably increased the difficulty of his push-ups. But there was still the small problem playing with this child. That is, she would occasionally wet the bed. At times like this, the main character could only shout for reinforcements. "Mom, I think Han wet her pants again." When he turned 3, the main character could easily lift a 40 jin 20 kilo object. Meanwhile, the genius from the capital, who was a year and a half older than him, could only lift 30 jin 15 kilo. But looking at the system interface, he fell into deep thought. His creature level was still the most common level, Stage 1. I wonder what level common Stage 2 will be. Will it surpass human limits? With these questions in mind, the main character stepped out of his house for the first time. Also for the first time, he saw with his own eyes the mechanically modified and gene-fused people, and the first place the main character went to was the library, because his parents didn't want him to be engrossed in electronic devices. So to answer the main character's questions, the best way was to go to the library and read books. After reading, he gained new understanding of this world of exotic beasts. It turned out that ancient stone tablets had records. This world is divided into 6 creature levels: common, advanced, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. Furthermore, each level has 9 stages. Ordinary people are at the common level, Stage 1. In front of creatures of a higher level, they are not even as good as ants. It seems he has to speed up the process of becoming stronger. Only then can he survive in this dangerous world. System notification, you are reading a book. Spirit +1, comprehension +1, knowledge +1. Achievement, accumulate reading 100,000 words. Reward, obtain creature attribute. Heavenly wisdom root. Accumulated words read 1086, 100,000. The system understood the main character very well. Right after he finished reading, it arranged a task for him. After that, he began to cultivate both his mind and body. He read books while doing sit-ups. By the age of 4, he had read 43,960,000 words. Not long after, the main character also started kindergarten, like other children. Shortly after starting kindergarten, he successfully advanced to Common Level Stage 2. At this time, the main character was able to lift an 80 jin, 40 kilos object, with just one hand. His standing high jump reached 1.2 meters. His 100-meter sprint was 11 seconds. As for Han, just because she wet her pants, she was often ridiculed by her classmates, who called her the bedwetting king. Seeing this, the main character immediately took action. He jumped onto the podium and shouted, "All of you shut up! From now on, if anyone dares to say bedwetting king again, I will make that person wet their pants every day." The other children were frightened and started crying. Only Han looked at the main character with eyes full of deep admiration. System notification, you have revealed your domineering aura, causing all the students in the class to fear you. Successfully unlocked the title, Kindergarten Big Brother. Achievement, dominate 9 years of compulsory education. Title, Kindergarten Big Brother, unlocked. Elementary School Big Brother, not unlocked. Middle School Big Brother, not unlocked. The main character never expected that just one shout would trigger a new mission. The previous mission wasn't even completed yet, and a new one has already appeared. It seems that multiple missions can appear at the same time, but this is actually a good thing. Not long after, he successfully completed the reading mission and received the creature attribute reward, Heavenly Wisdom Root. From then on, the main character worked extremely hard, studying and training to reach the pinnacle of his life. In a flash, the main character and his classmates turned 7 years old. They also successfully received their kindergarten graduation gifts. Then, during the summer break before elementary school, he trained relentlessly, constantly increasing his own strength, to the point where his body could lift 200 jin, 100 kilon, with one hand. His high jump also reached 2 meters. His 100-meter dash time dropped to just 8 seconds. With the boost from the Heavenly Wisdom Root, the main character, in his spare time, finished all the coursework of elementary school. Not long after, the main character finally awaited the start of his elementary school life, because he had already started learning middle and high school knowledge. Of course, it was easy for him to win various competition awards at the elementary school level, but the rewards were all trivial things. The main character just wanted to be able to unlock his Big Brother title. Usually at school, when he was free, he would tutor Shen Qinghan. Although Shen Qinghan was not a genius, with extraordinary talent, because she studied diligently. Her grades for one semester ranked second in the whole class, and the first rank, of course, was the main character. In order to quickly unlock the Big Brother title, besides studying, the main character also actively participated in sports competitions and broke all of the school's records. Just when he thought that every day at school would be the same as usual, and he would finish elementary school just like that, a special student transferred to the class. She was special because on her, the main character, sensed an aura that did not belong to a human. Afterward, the girl was arranged to sit behind the main character. As she passed by Shen Qinghan, she whispered to him, "Nan Xiaoshen, why is her hair so beautiful? It looks like a flower in the middle of winter." At this moment, the main character was not in the mood to answer Shen Qinghan. He was focused on wondering why Bai Shui had an aura that did not belong to a human. Could she be a gene fusion user? Or a descendant of a gene fusion user? For the next few days, Bai Suk would fall asleep at her desk as soon as class was over. At first, everyone was very curious about her, but eventually no one paid attention to her anymore. Until a month later, Bai Shu's body began to secrete some kind of white liquid, the exact substance of which was unknown, but it smelled foul. As a result, she was disliked by her classmates because of her body odor. One male student was even more outrageous, pouring water on her head, saying she smelled bad and he was helping her wash up. Everyone thought that the usually cold and quiet Bai Shui would get angry, but instead she burst into tears. The classmates who bullied her started laughing out loud. Han couldn't bear it. She hoped the main character could help Bai Shui. Although the main character was still unsure of this new student's identity, he still took action. The main character placed his hand on one of the student's shoulders. "Bai, You. Quickly wipe the water off Bai Sui's desk. The young man was scared. No problem. I'll wipe it clean right away. Then he immediately wiped the desk, because the main character, in this school, had a reputation as a little overlord. Even 6th graders didn't dare to mess with him. Then the main character said to everyone, "All of you who have ever bullied classmate Bai Shui, come over here and apologize to her right now." The classmates who had bullied Bai Shui were terrified. Then they all lined up to apologize to Bai Shui. "We were wrong. We're sorry. Please forgive us." Bai Shui stopped crying. She also expressed her gratitude to Han Han and the main character. From that day on, Shen Xinghan proactively approached this white-haired girl. Then she pulled the main character along, wanting him to become her friend too. She would also share any delicious food with her first. Bai Shui finally asked the question deep in her heart. "My body smells so bad, don't you guys dislike me?" She explained proactively, "I'm sorry, it's not that I don't trust you. It's just that since I was little, I've been disliked by those around me. So the happiness of having someone by my side for the first time feels a little unreal to me. It's like a dream." Han Han replied, "This isn't a dream. I've been through things like you have, so I will absolutely not dislike you. Furthermore, as long as you agree, we will be friends forever." The bedwetting king had such an experience, so she understood Bai Shui's feelings very well. Bai Shui then hugged Han Han. Her tears flowed uncontrollably. Thank you. Then she took off the necklace she was wearing. "Han Han, Xiaoshan, you always give me delicious food and are my friends. So I also have something I want to give you. This is a beast tooth. My mother gave it to me last year as a birthday present. Now I'm giving it to you. I hope you two don't mind. Also, I hope we can be friends forever." Han Han's hands took the beast tooth and then she said happily, "We will be good friends forever." Just when Shen Qinghan thought their friendship could last forever, the unexpected happened. A mechanically modified person helped Bai Shui with her school transfer procedures. Furthermore, the main character overheard the principal say that her documents were completely confidential. From this, it could be seen that Bai Shui's identity was not ordinary at all. From that day on, the main character never saw Bai Shui again. Perhaps she was just a passerby in the main character's life. In contrast to Bai Sui's departure, what happened next drew the main character's attention even more. The capital city prodigy he had been following had successfully fused with genes at the age of 12. Now he could lift a half-ton object with one hand. This greatly surprised the main character. He fused with genes at such a young age? Before this prodigy could only lift a 100 jin 50 kilos weight with one hand. After fusing with genes, he could immediately lift a 500 jin 250 key object. His strength increased at 5-fold. But the main character was only 8 years old. Before even fusing with genes, he could lift a 300 jin 150 kilo object with just one hand. In that case, his potential was even greater. The main character originally had this plan. He felt very confident about the future, until he saw the news. Only then did he know what it felt like to be dominated by fear. A neighboring country experienced an exotic beast attack. According to the footage captured by the cameraman, this beast attack was related to a mutated rat. A girl was in the claws of the large exotic beast, and then she was swallowed into its mouth. Furthermore, after investigating this beast attack, it was discovered that a heretical cult was behind it, promoting and supporting it. A Japanese spokesperson, in front of the camera, pleaded for help from other nations, hoping to jointly eliminate this heretical cult. And the so-called heretical cult is an anti-human organization established by some people. For their own benefit, they became the hunting dogs of the exotic beasts, attacking the human world. Fortunately, the main character was born in a powerful country, with a relatively stable environment, allowing him to continue to grow. But at that very moment, the main character heard an explosion outside the window. He hurriedly ran to the window to check. He saw many people, the state's mechanically modified people, flying. The next morning, the main character waited for Han Han to go to school together. At this moment, he discovered the item that Bai Shui had given them was glowing. The main character deduced that this was the tooth of an exotic beast. No wonder Bai Shui had a non-human aura. That aura probably came from this tooth. Then the two of them went to school. But the phenomenon of mechanically modified people flying in the sky yesterday, plus the glowing tooth, made the main character feel that something bad was about to happen. Just as the two of them passed a red-haired woman, she suddenly called out to them, "Hello, you two little ones? Do you want to play some fun games with Big Sister here?" She also asked if they were siblings. Han Han, without any suspicion, immediately told the truth. Then she asked again, "You're so young, are you going to school by yourselves? Where are your parents?" The main character pulled Han Han away, saying it was getting late and they shouldn't waste time here. After arriving at school, he told Han, "In the future, when strangers come up and ask questions, don't answer so casually anymore." Han said she understood. After school, the main character took Han home by a different route. But just as they passed through a small alley, they ran into the girl who had struck up a conversation with them this morning. The main character had already changed his route home. He didn't expect her to follow them here. She spoke up. "Little friend, I have delicious food at my place. Do you want to come over to my house and play?" Behind her was a man. Then the man, without a word, rushed forward, wanting to grab the main character and his companion. But the main character was already in a fighting stance. He threw a punch, hitting the man squarely in the chest. He flew like a cannonball for 100 meters. The woman was shocked. How could this be? An elementary school student. How could he send a grown man flying? Before she could figure it out, the main character had already rushed in front of her. Then another punch landed on the woman's face. After that, the main character picked up a brick and walked towards them. There were no cameras around. In order to eliminate future trouble, the only way was to finish them off. Although the main character didn't want to do this, but if they revealed what happened today, the main character's abilities would be exposed. The main character's hidden life of becoming stronger would also be exposed. But just then, the ground began to shake, and there was the roar of an exotic beast. Then the main character saw an exotic beast appear right in front of him. This was the mutated rat beast. Then the mutated rat beast opened its mouth wide and bit off the upper half of the woman's body. Then it grabbed the man. One prey in each hand, it slowly chewed on them. The main character, without saying a word, rushed towards Han. Then he picked her up and ran for his life. Luckily, not long after he started running, a mechanically modified person appeared in the sky. She flew towards the mutated rat beast. Then she stopped above the mutated rat beast's head. She was seen raising her hand and starting to use her weapon. After fully charging her power, she aimed at the mutated rat beast. A cannonball was fired out. The mutated rat beast was hit by a massive explosive attack. Soon after, the mutated rat beast became dazed. And at that very moment, this mechanically modified girl delivered a slash towards the mutated rat beast, completely ending the life of this rat beast. After returning home, the main character analyzed today's battlefield. The modified woman, this mechanically modified person, was probably not of a high level. At first, she used cannonballs to paralyze the mutated rat beast. Then she approached, taking 7 minutes to end the battle. But the mutated rat beast was indeed not easy to deal with. An adult one can grow up to 4 meters long, creature of the common level, stage 5. Fortunately, yesterday a modified person appeared in time, so the main character escaped from it all. But one's own strength is still the most important thing. After that, the main character began to train even harder. System notification, weighted squat, blood chi +2, leg strength +2, squat proficiency +1. Not long after, the main character and Han celebrated their 9th birthday. After making a wish, they exchanged gifts. The main character gave Han a hairpin. This was something the main character, while enhancing his heavenly wisdom root, taught himself to carve in one night. Time flies. Soon they both graduated. At this time, the system announced, "Unlocked title, Elementary School Big Brother." Close to unlocking the title, Middle School Big Brother. Then the main character could obtain the creature attribute, Big Fish Eat Little Fish. While preparing for the break before middle school, in order to quickly prepare to unlock Middle School Big Brother, and also to quickly increase his own strength, the main character trained with high intensity every day. System notification, you did 1,000 weighted push-ups. Blood chi +2,000. Strength. Arm muscle strength +2,000. Chest muscle strength +2,000. Push-up proficiency +1,000. Finally, on the day before school started, the main character's creature level increased to common, stage 3. Various attributes on his body were enhanced, and the main character always paid attention to that prodigy from the capital. Now he is 14 years old. With one hand, he can lift a 2,000 jin or 1,000 ki object. His strength relies on ant genes, which can increase his own strength by 4 to 8 times. Even with just a 4-fold increase, his true strength would allow him to lift 400 jin, 200 kil with one hand. If we compare it like that, then I'm even stronger than him. Thinking of this, the main character became even more expectant. If he starts to fuse with genes in the future, how much of a boost will he get? Not long after, the main character's middle school life began, because during elementary school, he was the top student in the city. Therefore, the principal of the city's top school personally recruited him. In the end, he agreed to enroll in Shanghai Middle School, and the condition was that Shenqing Han could continue to go to school with him. During freshman registration, the principal and the class advisor both came to greet him. They reminded him that in the future, he should strive to bring much honor to the school. After a few pleasantries, the main character found an excuse to leave. The reason he came here was because Shanghai Middle School had complete training facilities and equipment. So upon enrollment, he and Han arranged to play a game of badminton. But unexpectedly, not long after they started playing, an uninvited guest appeared. An upperclassman came over and said, "Are you new here? This court is the dedicated court for us upperclassmen." The two upperclassmen beside him even made fun of Han. At this moment, the main character's face darkened. "Hey, you upperclassmen, get the hell away from me. Besides, the rule is first come, first served. I don't need to repeat myself, do I?" The upperclassman was dismissive. "Who says that's the rule? Today, even if the Heavenly King himself came, I would still take this court." The main character didn't say much. He threw the badminton shuttlecock in his hand high up. He hit it towards the opponent with one strike. The shuttlecock flew so fast it created a sonic boom, directly tearing through the student's racket and hat. The three of them were immediately terrified. "So fast! Is this still a human? Could he be a gene fusion user? He can't be that young, can he? If we fight, he'll smash our heads in." After that, those guys lined up and bowed their heads, apologizing to the main character. "Big brother, we were wrong." Then they immediately ran away. Perhaps because this incident spread throughout the school, no one came to cause trouble for the main character anymore. During class, because he had already finished the middle school curriculum, during class time, he would just read extracurricular books. After training in the evening, he would also go online to learn various new skills. With the enhancement of his heavenly wisdom root, the main character gradually learned photography, cooking and driving, swimming, wilderness survival, and various other skills. In order to quickly unlock the title of Little Overlord of middle school, he not only ranked first in all subjects at school, but also competed for the school, winning major awards, mathematics, physics, chemistry, computer science, etc. The reason he didn't take first place in all subjects was because he was afraid of attracting attention. Soon, the first semester was over. Unexpectedly, the title was still not unlocked. Because of his excellent performance, thousands of girls admired him. But he didn't care much about these things. Besides helping Shen Qinghan with her studies, he focused his energy on the upcoming school sports activities. The main character thinks that winning major sports awards at school might unlock the middle school Big Brother title. But for this sports meet, he only participated in shot, put, high jump, and short distance running. These three events represent three performance categories: strength, endurance, and speed. As long as he masters these three aspects, he would be considered to have mastered all aspects of physical education. Although, to make it not too ridiculous, he held back in all the competitions. But it was still very easy to take first place. And just as the main character received all the medals, he suddenly felt a surge of energy flowing through his body. System notification: your academic and athletic achievements are both #1 in the school, leaving all students in the school in awe. Successfully unlocked the title Middle School Little Overlord. 9 years of compulsory education achievement successfully completed. Received attribute: big fish eat little fish. System introduction: your origin of life stands above all things. If you devour the life essence of other living beings, it will promote your own evolution. The main character stroked his chin in thought. What exactly does life essence refer to? Suddenly, Qinghan ran up from behind, calling out to him, "Wait for me!" His eyes suddenly widened as he thought, "That's right." The main character raised a finger and pointed to the side, asking, Han, your beast tooth, can you let me borrow it for a look?" Without suspicion, she immediately took out the necklace. "Here you go." The main character's whole body froze for a moment. System notification: devoured a trace of the origin of life of the Abyss Giant Butterfly. Abyss Giant Butterfly illustration 1%. When the illustration's progress bar reaches 100%, you can evolve some attributes or skills of the corresponding exotic beast species. He was surprised. This thing is a butterfly's tooth? Now that I know the name of this exotic beast, perhaps I can find some information about it online. As the main character searched, on the computer it only displayed the text. "Sorry, Abyss Giant Butterfly not found." He couldn't help but be confused. There's absolutely nothing? It seems that to understand this exotic beast, I can only rely on myself. The main character quickly took out a beast tooth-shaped string from his backpack. Found it. Luckily, Bai Shui gave 2 of them back then. He clenched it in his hand. A stream of spiritual energy emanated. System displayed: you have devoured a wisp of the life. Origin of the Abyss Giant Butterfly. Abyss Giant Butterfly album 2%. A second later he exhaled and muttered, "Only 2%? It seems the life essence remaining in the animal bone is not much. If I want to fully unlock it, I'll have to find another way. Very quickly, the next day arrived. After school, in order to increase the intensity of his exercise, the main character started cycling to school and giving Ching-han a ride, so that every day, if they were to encounter the giant mutated rat again, he could also quickly get her to safety. While riding, a voice suddenly caught his attention. Student Zishin, a middle-aged man, approached and spoke up. I am Teacher Guo from the school's martial arts team. Your performance at the school's sports meet is the best result in the school's history. So, I would like to invite you to join the school's martial arts team. Your athletic talent is even better than your academic talent, so I hope you will agree. Of course, you can learn more about the martial arts team before making a decision. The two of them were still stunned. Teacher Guo's speaking speed didn't even give me a chance to refuse. Teacher Guo quickly turned and waved goodbye, and didn't forget to add a reminder. Room C of the gymnasium is the headquarters of the martial arts team. If you're free tomorrow, remember to drop by. I'll be waiting for you. Not long after, golden sunlight had completely covered this city. Someone's two palms slapped together hard. Zishin looked down at the creature squashed flat in his hand and thought to himself, the cockroaches and mosquitoes that were just crushed to death didn't activate the survival attribute skill of the strong preying on the weak. It seems only powerful, strange beasts have enough life essence to be devoured. After thinking, he reached out and grabbed his phone. Zishin quickly jumped on his bicycle to go outside. He gave Ching-han a ride on the back, still thinking to himself, to verify my prediction, I've decided to go to the supermarket that sells animal meat in the city center to see what they have. Before long, we had arrived at the supermarket in the city center. Zishin picked up a tray of meat and rubbed his chin thoughtfully. There's quite a lot of animal meat here, but it's all packaged. I won't be able to verify my guess if I don't touch it directly. Just as he was wondering what to do, a shout was heard. Freshly cut meat, everyone come and choose. What caught his eye was an advertisement sign. Fresh, delicious, unprocessed beast meat, safe to eat. He was secretly overjoyed and couldn't help but be delighted. There it is, the owner over there is cutting meat. Zishin quickly strode over there, adding a reminder. Han, you wait for me here. I'm going over there to check out that piece of meat. She, behind him, bewildered, could only utter a single, huh? Zishin, with eyes shining like stars, rushed to the fresh meat. Perhaps Han finds it a bit gross, but in order to confirm my thoughts as soon as possible, I won't explain it to her. After all, the truth is right in front of my eyes. As soon as he touched it, a strange energy surged. I guessed correctly after all. The meat of the beast truly contains an extremely abundant life essence. Ching-han, seeing him so excited, was curious. Zishin, are you okay? Why are you so excited just by touching beast meat? She froze and looked at Zishin. How does the animal meat feel? Is it any different from regular meat? He scratched his head and smiled sheepishly. There's no difference. It just feels fresher. Do you want to try touching it? Ching-han waved her hands, refusing. No, it's fine if you touch it. Zishin looked elsewhere, suggesting, since we're here, let's buy some meat to taste it. He looked down at the trays of meat below and thought to himself, I'm not surprised that Han is surprised, because beast meat is not cheap at all. Even the cheapest type, the ghost shadow squid, costs nearly 1,000 yuan per jin. Zishin picked up a tray of squid. Let's buy it this time, the ghost shadow squid. Ching-han, a little panicked, gently reminded Zishin, this is too expensive. Why don't you ask Aunt Shin first, before deciding whether to buy it or not? He reached out and patted her head reassuringly. Don't worry, my mom already told me to buy a bit more. Zishin remembered Wan Shin's instructions. If you're already buying beast meat, then buy a few more jin, son. Then ask Han to come over and try it with us. I'll transfer the money to you. Then he pointed to it and continued. She will prepare a big beast meat feast for both of our families. Besides wanting to share it together, there was another reason he bought the meat. It was the worry that directly absorbing the life essence would cause the meat to spoil directly. Of course, this is just a guess, so Zishin had to test it with the piece of meat he had bought. The cashier then scanned his QR code. Hello, 3 jin of ghost shadow squid, total 2,995 RMB. Thank you for your purchase. See you next time. Zishin carried the bag of groceries, one hand on his heart, lamenting, so damn expensive. I wonder when I'll be able to afford the next time. When they finished buying the meat, it was already past 9 p.m. The situation has been a bit unstable lately, so it's safer to go home early. So the two of them went straight home. Zishin rode his bike while reaching for the tray of squid in the basket. Although I'm on the way, I still want to verify my thoughts. Right now, it's time to witness a miracle. Immediately, a stream of spiritual energy burst forth from it. System notification. You have devoured a bit of the life essence of the ghost shadow squid. Ghost shadow squid diagram 0.1%. He hurriedly rode Qinghan home on a deserted street. Zishen calculated as he rode. Devouring 1 hectogram of the ghost shadow squid's life essence only unlocks 0.1% of the diagram, so I'd have to devour 100 kilos to reach 100%. Calculated at 9.98 per hour, it would cost about 100,000 yuan. The ability of the ghost shadow squid is to dissolve in water and disappear. If I can obtain this ability, then 100,000 is really worth it. Moreover, this is the cheapest meat I can buy. It's decided. Next, I have to think of a way to make money. This is a large sum of money. I can't ask my family for it. Oh, right. The purpose of buying the meat was to check if the meat would spoil after absorbing the life essence. But it's been a while now, so there should be a result. It seems that absorbing the life essence won't spoil the meat, huh? That's great. The system suddenly announced, Ghost Shadow Progress 3%. Qinghan, seeing him lost in thought, quickly reminded him, Xiaoshen, be careful! There are people ahead! Hearing that, the bicycle screeched to a halt. Zishen staggered and steered the bike into the middle. A young couple hurriedly apologized. So sorry. So sorry. He then scratched his head, blaming himself. I was so absorbed in absorbing the life essence that I forgot to watch the road. But why? Is this bike lane so crowded? She reminded him again. Xiaoshen, look over there. It's Miss Strawberry. She's being held at knife point by a thug. Don't come over here! If you come any closer, I'll kill her. The police force ahead pointed their guns at him and threatened. You're surrounded. Stay calm and put down your weapon. The captain glanced over and instructed A Bing, don't just fire randomly. The distance is too close, and that guy is very professional. He's using the hostage as a shield, and he's constantly moving. Shooting randomly could easily injure the hostage. He came up with a way, but if we drag this out, the hostage will be in danger. How about we try using hypnotic gas, Captain? He replied with a stern face, no way. Hypnotic gas is too obvious. If it provokes him before it takes effect, it could easily lead to extreme behavior. Suddenly, someone bent down and picked up a stone. That person threw the stone directly through the two people. It flew straight forward. In just a blink of an eye, it hit the hand-holding, the thug's knife. The captain immediately ordered his subordinates to charge. Now's the time. The police team acted quickly, and the guy was subdued in no time. Qinghan stood behind, wondering, Xiaoshen, was that stone just now thrown by you? Zishen signaled to shush. Let's go back quickly, then we'll talk. Yes, but the captain called out, Stop, student. Did you throw that stone just now? He was startled, turned his head and waved his hand in denial. It wasn't me. Then the two of them, out of guilt, ran for their lives. He wondered, strange, why do a good deed and not admit it? There's a reward for acts of bravery, you know. Those two words, reward money, immediately reached Zishen's ears, making his eyes widen. Zishen immediately turned his bike around and rode towards the captain. Ignoring his pride, he smiled sheepishly and confessed, I suddenly remembered something. I was the one who threw the stone. In his heart, he thought, I didn't want to do this either. But money is just too important to me. Qinghan couldn't catch up to Xiaoshen. Why did you run back again? Wait for me! He stated the condition. Come with me to file a report first, and I'll help you get the reward. After he and Qinghan informed their families that they were going to the station to give a statement, the two of them parked and locked their bikes in the park and prepared to get in the car to go to the police station to receive their first unexpected income. But when you least expect it, the unexpected happens. The kidnapper suddenly transformed into a mutant. He turned into a monster with a muscular body. The police panicked. Danger! He's a heretic cultist! He's showing signs of mutation and is turning into a giant rat. The mutant quickly pounced on a female police officer near the scene. The captain picked up his walkie-talkie and ordered, all security personnel, focus fire on the mutant rat, but be careful to protect the civilians. Call headquarters. There's a giant mutant rat in West Zhongbei Road Park. Preliminary assessment. Is a heretic carrying the Rat King's gene. We can't handle it. We need reinforcements. Zishen pulled the two girls close to him with both hands, thinking to himself, Damn it! He immediately ran at the speed of light. My apologies to you two. But right now, the most important thing is to escape, to save our lives. Luckily, it didn't catch up. We need to be a little faster. At that moment, a girl in armor flew over their heads. Zishen paused. She bravely used all her strength to kick the mutant rat directly. The force was so immense that it was sent flying backwards to the edge. The girl immediately created a purple energy source and shouted, Laser cannon charging! The two words fire rang out as a massive barrage of firepower was launched towards the rat. The mutant had no time to react. It took the full brunt of this energy source. In the blink of an eye, the mutant rat disappeared, leaving behind a little dust in the air. Zishen, seeing this, couldn't help but be amazed. So strong. Luckily, my bike didn't explode. Otherwise, the damage would have been huge. Strawberry heaved a sigh of relief. That's great. We're saved. Ching-Han smiled sheepishly and replied, yes. Suddenly, he opened his eyes wide and thought to himself, wait, the beast meat has spoiled? It seems that after the life essence is absorbed, the meat will still spoil, but just at a slower rate. There has to be an explanation for why this meat spoiled. It seems I can only blame this heretic. Zishin, fuming, threw it on the ground and shouted, it's all that heretic's fault. The attack from the cyborg just now was too strong. It cooked the meat. Ching-Han comforted him from behind. It's okay, Xiaoshen. We're lucky to be safe and sound. Originally, they wanted to go home first, but at the captain's request, the three of them took the security team's car back to the police station to cooperate in filing a report. Unexpectedly, the heretic's body, hit by the laser cannon, still had some charred remains. The key is that the smell is very stimulating. Zishin suddenly realized, that's right, the beast fang from before still had some life essence left, so that means the corpse also has some left. Then can't I absorb the Rat King's gene from the corpse, right? He sat in the car thinking, a new heretic cultist. How much of the Rat King's gene can I actually devour? How will I know if I don't try? Zishin gently extended a finger to touch that red thing. His whole body tensed up in an instant. System notification. You have devoured a bit of the life essence of the giant mutant rat. Giant mutant rat diagram 5%. Zishin was surprised. This much? It seems that the freshness is directly proportional to the amount of life essence that can be absorbed. Ah Bing, sitting next to him, glanced over and reminded, student, please sit still and hold on tight. Don't move around. Zishin pretended to stretch. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I've been sitting for too long, so I'm just stretching my muscles a bit. He was very careful. Ah Bing seems easier to fool, but the security captain is much smarter. At the security team office, the captain announced, I've submitted the application for your bravery award, but please tell me honestly, from such a long distance and in such dim light, how could a high school student like you manage to throw a stone and hit the knife-wielding hand of that heretic cultist? Zishin quickly defended himself. It might be because I often practice with my right hand. He crossed his arms and looked at the forced smile in front of him. Just then, Ching-Han opened the door and called, Xiaoshen, Auntie is here to pick us up. He turned his head, startled, and asked, Mom, why are you here? We can get home by ourselves. Quan Xin was on the verge of tears. She hurriedly ran over and called, Xiaoshen. She hugged him tightly and asked worriedly, Are you okay? You scared me to death. Zishin reassured her, Mom, don't get so worked up. Aren't I fine? And I even got a reward for my bravery. Quan Xin immediately grabbed his hand and demanded, Xiaoshen, promise me that next time you're in danger, you'll hide in a safe place first, you hear? Because I just want to see you grow up safely and soundly. Zishin, with no other choice, could only lead her out and comfort her. Don't worry, Mom. I promise you I will definitely protect myself first. As soon as he stepped outside, he overheard a conversation between two female police officers. The rat god cult is getting more and more outrageous. Nowadays, they're even infiltrating colleges and universities, mainly to deceive liberal arts students who don't yet have the official qualifications to fuse genes. The person who was shot and killed tonight was a liberal arts student from Guangnan University who was bewitched by the rat god cult. Damn it. We must drag this rat god cult out and catch them all. This is just a temporary solution and doesn't solve the root of the problem. We still have to eliminate the Rat King, the one who calls himself a god. Zishin's face darkened. The Rat King? There's quite a bit of information about the rat god cult on the internet. The headquarters of the rat god cult is in Shanghai City. Most of the followers are failures in society. Have their activities become more rampant this year? He rested his chin on his hand, thoughtfully looking at his phone screen. Zishin suddenly opened his eyes wide, as if he had found some useful information. He imagined a scene where a group of people were kneeling before the Rat King, thinking, the Rat King wants to evolve into a higher-level creature, so he has his followers gather a large amount of resources for his evolution. Could it be that this Rat King has evolved and gained intelligence already? That giant mutant rat, how did it get so big? Could it be related to the Rat King? Never mind, this is the South. Rats as big as cats are normal. Oh right, why is Han Han so quiet? Could it be that kind of thing again? Whenever Han Han suddenly gets anxious or is in a hurry, she's just like when she was a kid, unable to hold it in. But I always feel that her situation might be related to some kind of unknown potential. Not long after, Quan Xin, her face pale with panic, shouted, What? The meat is gone? He scratched his head, smiled sheepishly, and said, The situation was very urgent then. So I wasn't paying attention. I think I lost it. She sighed. Never mind, as long as you're safe, that's all that matters. The meat is gone, so it's gone. After hearing that, Zishin breathed a sigh of relief. Thank goodness I got away with it. He went to talk to his dad. Dad, it's too dangerous, Dad. It's not peaceful over there. Yansheng reassured him. It's okay. I was born to be a worker. I'm tough, Zishin hurriedly advised. Even if you find the meat, it will be spoiled, Dad. He scratched his cheek, turned his head in surprise, and asked, How do you know? He awkwardly replied, Of course, I was just guessing. At the police station, the captain was puffing on a cigarette and muttering, How could a middle school student throw a stone with such power? He suddenly froze, his eyes widening. On top of the file cabinet was a giant rat. The captain panicked, backed away, and shouted, Where did this rat come from? How did it get so big? The mutant rat locked onto its target and immediately jumped down. The captain, by reflex, quickly drew his gun and opened fire. A pool of fresh blood then appeared in the room. A scene changed to the classroom. Zishin was sitting and writing something, then sighed. He closed his eyes and weighed the squid and the reward on a scale. Compared to the rat man and the female cyborg from last night, I'm still too weak. It seems I have to make money quickly to fill the progress bar to unlock the ghost shadow squid. But relying only on scholarships from competitions, in and out of school is too slow. Becoming a famous online study guru, and then directly selling course materials? No, it makes money fast, but it's too high profile. No, I'm thinking in the wrong direction. This world is full of gene fusers and mechanical transformers. Studying martial arts is better than studying literature. The prize money for martial arts competitions is much higher than for other subjects. It seems it's time to take action. A scene changed to room C of the gym. Teacher Guo was taking a sip of hot tea. Zishin appeared from nowhere and raised his hand in greeting, making him spit out his water. Hello, Teacher Guo. The teacher excitedly replied to Zishin, Do you want to join, or still want to learn more about the martial arts team first? He leaned close to his ear and whispered, I want to know if joining the martial arts team will give me a chance to participate in the city's martial arts competitions. And is the prize money high? After hearing this, Teacher Guo raised a hand to confirm. Of course there's a chance. Moreover, the prize money is not low at all. The prizes are at least tens of thousands. Zishin, afraid of missing the opportunity, grabbed his hand and sealed the deal immediately. Teacher, I've thought it through. From today on, I am officially a member of the martial arts team. He was a little surprised. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Then the teacher called the whole team. Everyone gather around. Today we have a new member joining us. I believe everyone is familiar with student Zishin. Today, the champion of this school's sports festival will join our martial arts team. You all should also introduce yourselves a bit. The other members introduced themselves one by one. My name is Zhang Kai, remember my name. My name is Tian Hong, a student in Class 3, Grade 9. You can just call me A-Hang. My name is Shu Tong, a student in Class 6, Grade 9. Everyone usually calls me Xiao Li. I quite like this name too. My name is Yais, just call me Kege. He stood before them and replied, My name is Lin Zishin. I hope everyone will guide me more. Because Zishin had never practiced martial arts. So first, Teacher Guo demonstrated punching and kicking techniques to him. Wiping the sweat from his forehead, he reminded, Don't underestimate these simple moves. They're actually quite difficult. Even Xiao Li, the fastest learner on the team, took a week. Now you try it for me. Zishin seriously repeated the movements he had just seen. Teacher Guo continued to unleash other special moves. He quickly activated the Heaven and Man Wisdom root. System prompt. You are practicing fist techniques. Chi and blood +1 arm muscle strength, arm flexibility, and fist technique proficiency all +1. Every move Zishin made afterwards was very proficient. The attributes were continuously increased by 1 point. Teacher Guo witnessed it firsthand and was still dumbfounded. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. How could he learn it? Just by watching once? He thought to himself, unless he is a once-in-a-thousand-years martial arts genius. Not long after, night fell again on this luxurious city. Wanxin raised the cooking ladle and called out loudly, Xiaoshen, hurry and get the bowls and chopsticks to prepare. For dinner. Zishin flew over like a god. Coming! What are we having for dinner tonight, Mom? She placed a dish of food on the table and said, Of course it's the ghost squid that you're always thinking about. He inhaled its aroma greedily and exclaimed, It smells so good. Wanxin urged, Stop sniffing. Hurry and try it while it's still hot. Zishin didn't hesitate and put a piece in his mouth. She eagerly whispered, How's the taste? He started to flatter. The food Mom cooks is truly the best in the world. Wanxin patted his head and said, Then you have to eat more. I bought a full 3 jin. System notification. You have devoured a bit of the life essence of the ghost shadow squid. Ghost shadow squid diagram, 301%. Zishin was surprised. Turns out you can devour it by eating it directly? If I had known earlier, I wouldn't have touched it. After eating, he went to the living room to watch the news. The anchor was introducing the genius girl who shocked the nation. At the age of 14, she successfully fused with an energy heart, becoming the youngest cyborg in history. When the energy core is activated, she can easily lift a heavy off-road vehicle weighing 2,000 kg with one hand, sprint 100 in just 3 seconds, and jump vertically up to 8 meters on the spot. Zishin rested his chin on his hand, thinking about the capital's prodigy from back then. The genius girl now. So who is stronger in the end? A gene fuser or a cyborg? The news switched to another story. Sad news. Security Captain Hei Chun-shan died in his office at 11 p.m. last night. According to surveillance camera footage, he was killed by a giant rat that snuck into the security office. He remembered the day before, surprised and suspicious. Could it be the giant rat from last night? No, I have to seize the time and train more. After a period of training, Zishin's 100-meter sprint speed reached 461 seconds. His vertical jump reached 5.1, and he could also lift a weight of about 1,000 kg with just one hand. And he didn't slack off in his martial arts training either, hoping to improve his strength as soon as possible to prepare for the martial arts competitions. Very quickly, it was morning, and he went to school as usual. The next morning, Chen went to the gym to continue learning new martial arts and training. Because she was curious, Qinghan also went with him. Suddenly, a young girl came to chat. Junior Zishin, you haven't had breakfast yet, have you? I brought you some milk. It's fresh milk. He walked right past her. No need, thank you. Thanks for the kind thought. Another guy saw this and got pissed. Damn it. This guy stole my championship at the school's sports festival. On top of that, now he's rejecting a gift from my goddess. He was so angry he immediately rushed out to block the way. Stop! Don't you have any manners? If you're not going to drink it, you could at least accept it and give it to someone else. Like me, for example. Why do you have to hurt other people's feelings like that? Zishin calmly retorted. Isn't this even more impolite? He was speechless. Well, then you should drink it all. Not drinking it is disrespectful, and being disrespectful is impolite. He replied nonchalantly, but I'm allergic to milk. He wouldn't let it go. I don't believe you, Zishin. Do you dare to fight me? If I lose, I won't say another word to you in the future. But if I win, you have to drink all the milk. The system appeared. Achievement in an official competition. Eliminate 1,000 different opponents using the most primitive biological method. Reward. Obtain the natural selection biological attribute. Total opponents eliminated 1,000. He grinned and thought to himself, I've been waiting for this. I finally got the quest for the 4th achievement. Lin Zishin raised his hand. His eyes filled with killing intent. He accepted immediately. All right, let's have a match. 2 female students excitedly pulled each other over to watch. I heard Lin Zishin is going to fight a senior from the gym. Her friend quickly picked up her phone. Let's hurry over and see. The gymnasium was now surrounded by a crowd, forming a rather large circle. Before the match started, she reminded him again, Junior brother Zishin, I'll be cheering for you later. Teach him a lesson. The other person also enthusiastically encouraged. Go for it, junior brother Zishin. I'll take lots of beautiful pictures of you. That harsh scene annoyed Zhang Kai. Everyone thinks I'm going to lose? He secretly let out a cunning smile. I have to take this opportunity to teach this immature genius junior a lesson, even if it's the strong bullying the weak. In 1 month, the talent this kid has shown has been lightning fast. If I don't act first, I won't have a chance to show off. Zishin said nonchalantly, I still have to go home for dinner. Can we make this quick? Zhang Kai immediately agreed to the proposal. Fine, I'll satisfy you. Teacher Guo immediately swung his hand down. Remember, friendship comes first. Everything else is secondary. Begin. Just as the command was given, he interrupted. Wait a minute. Zhang Kai sneered and made a request. You've only been learning for a month, while I've been learning for almost 2 years. To be fair, I'll let you have the first 3 moves. The answer from Zishin came at the same time as his launch speed. Okay? Before the opponent could understand the situation, his fist had already shot forward like a rocket. It landed a powerful blow on Zhang Kai's face, making him spit blood. With just that one blow, he was foaming at the mouth and knocked out on the floor. Even Teacher Guo had to exclaim in amazement. What? Just one punch? The male students around were also dumbfounded. Holy crap! This is too absurd. It ended just like that? Only Qinghan was happily cheering. He won! Zishin won! The other female students followed suit, cheering, Junior Zishin is so handsome. As for him, he focused on the notification confirming his priority. I still need to eliminate 999 opponents to unlock the natural selection survival attribute. Natural. He gave a naive smile and suggested to them, "Senior brothers, why don't we take this opportunity to all have a go?" Just as Zishin mentioned that, the group of male students turned pale, each with their own excuse. They hurriedly turned and ran away quickly. I suddenly remembered I have tutoring today. My mom told me to come home early after school for dinner. I need to take a dump. I'll go with you. I'm going too. Let me come with you. I suddenly feel dizzy. I'll help you to the nurse's office. Zhang Kai was now struggling to prop himself up. I'm not convinced, you little brat, you ambushed me. If you do that again, I'll definitely beat you to death. Teacher Guo immediately reminded him, Zhang Kai, you have to accept defeat. Was Zishin's punch a lucky shot, or a display of overwhelming strength? Let's have Xiaolizi test it and we'll know. That name being called out made him jump. Xiaolizi, you're up. Having no other choice, he had to get into a ready stance. My apologies, Zhang Kai. Junior brother, can you not hit my face, junior brother? 10 minutes later, my face is buzzing and swollen. Zhang Zishin deliberately exchanged a few moves with the senior brothers. But other than the progress, after defeating Zhang Kai, the progress of the other brothers did not increase after being defeated. He thought to himself, so it's useless even if I cheat. Do I still have to defeat them directly? Teacher Guo suddenly appeared, startling him. What a genius! Zichin, you are truly a genius. You've only been on the martial arts team for a little over a month, but you've already become the team's ace. He was so happy he clenched both his hands. In this year's district-level martial arts competition, our Sun High Middle School will surely defeat many other schools and win first prize. At the district level, you'll see. Thanks to him mentioning that, he also realized, that's right. Isn't participating in a martial arts competition a way to defeat many opponents directly? Lin Zichen calculated carefully. As long as I successfully defeat an opponent in a match, I can definitely improve my progress and complete the mission. That's right. At this moment, someone's voice rang out very loudly, interrupting his train of thought. Lin Zichen, even though I lost miserably, I, Zhang Kai, will still hold my head high. I accept my defeat. From now on, even if you poop on my head, I won't say a word to you. This declaration was so horrifying that everyone there turned pale. Then they all quickly ran away, leaving him no time to stop them. Wait, I'm not finished talking. In this world, middle school students either learn martial arts or the arts. And of course, martial arts is the top choice in this world. On the running track, Thanham still followed him closely. Xiaoshen, wait for me! Keep going! I'm about to catch up. He also realized that to get into the martial arts class, Shen Thanham had started training with me. After running 3,000 meters, she would practice martial arts for 1 hour to improve her punching and kicking skills. After that, she would do some exercises, like sit-ups and push-ups to improve her strength and endurance. After each training session, he would help Shen Thanham massage and soothe her muscles. But to prepare for the upcoming martial arts competition, Zichin couldn't rest on his laurels, because to activate the natural selection attribute as soon as possible, he also had to push himself to the limit. After a month, the day of the competition finally arrived. At the city's large gymnasium, with hundreds of millions of spectators watching, in the athletes' lounge, Teacher Guo was looking at the information board. Our Sun High Middle School, unfortunately, was drawn against the strongest team, Sun High No. 1 Middle School. Zhang Kai, having more information, became even more dejected. This year, No. 1 Middle School has a monster who can sprint 100 in less than 9 seconds. We're definitely going to get crushed, you'll see. While everyone was dejected, Zichen volunteered. Coach, I want to go first. Teacher Guo had no choice but to agree. Is that okay? All right then, later I'll let you Zichen go up first. Before anything, two people were already cheering for him wholeheartedly. Zichen rolled his shoulders to prepare. Xiaoshen, we're counting on you. I trust you. Thanham jumped up and down. Go, Xiaoshen! On the opponent's side, a large foot stepped out, shaking the entire arena. Before the fight, he had a compliment for Zichen. The boy from the mountains, I've seen your information on the list. You're only in the first year of middle school, yet you can stand in the ring of the 8-school alliance. You have a lot of talent, but this is not the place for you. A first-year middle school student? Not even 1.7 meters tall. In a moment, I will let you feel the difference in size and strength. When both had completed their greetings, the referee announced the start of the match. As soon as the referee finished speaking, he rushed forward in a flash. Unfortunately, that punch gave him a big shock, because he dodged it. What? Zichen just gently touched his chest, without using any force. Then he pushed him away. Although it was a one-handed push, he was still sent flying far away. The referee was also surprised, and declared Lin Zichen the winner. ManHwa was overjoyed, raising her hand to celebrate the first victory. Xiaoshen, you are so amazing! The students on his team shouted proudly, Zichen is the best! Below, someone was displeased. Dead weight, definitely dead weight. Not flexible at all. It turned out to be the coach scolding him. Footwork, it's footwork! How many times have I told you? In the ring, don't just rush forward. You have to use footwork. Why don't you listen, huh? On this side, the system appeared. You have successfully defeated one opponent, and your rank in the competition has increased. Total opponents eliminated 2 out of 1,000. Zichen came to a conclusion. Indeed, defeating an opponent in a highly competitive match will increase the mission's progress bar. Achievement. The coach assigned the next task. Chen Feng, you're up for this match. Go and defeat that first-year brat who doesn't know his place. As quickly as possible for me, okay? He assured, I know, coach. This time, Chen Feng took a more cautious stance than the other guy. The referee shouted the same old line, begin the match! Chen Feng moved nimbly and quickly, just like a gust of wind. Unfortunately, Zichen still dodged the blow easily and used the same old move on him. This time, Chen Feng spun a few times before landing, no different from the other guy. He fell flat on his face, like a slap in the face to his opponent. The referee urged, quick, take him to the hospital for a checkup. It looks like he hit his head. In the stands, the audience was in an uproar. The bettors were annoyed. What's going on? How is that student from Sunhai Middle School so lucky? Good for him. The last opponent lost because he himself rushed out of the ring. What kind of luck is this? Damn it, it must be fixed. Give me my money back. The coach on the other side held his head in fear. No, this isn't luck. That first-year kid from Sunhai Middle School is actually skilled. Gao Fei, you're up for the next match. Focus on defense. Don't attack proactively, and you absolutely cannot lose. He walked out proudly with soaring spirits. Coach, rest assured I will win. Gao Fei took his stance and analyzed his opponent. Lin Zichen doesn't have a strong physique. He's just quite agile and knows how to take advantage of the situation. That's why he could win so easily. I can run 100 in just 9 seconds, and I have more combat experience than him. As long as I take the upcoming match seriously, there's no reason for me to lose. People started talking. Hearing you guys say that, then I'm afraid that first-year student from Sunhai Middle School has no hope left. He's only a first year. When he grows up, Sunhai Middle School will be the #1 school. The referee below shouted the slogan, begin the match. Gao Fei rushed forward like a proud but weak fledgling. He punched continuously at Zichen, but he easily dodged. This is the water stream rock smashing fist technique. The coach was shocked. Gao Fei, what are you doing? I told you to focus on defense. Why are you attacking? The competitive Gao Fei thought to himself, defense? As a genius, I don't need that at all. Zichen recognized the technique. This set of fist techniques is quite interesting. First, I'll observe and try to learn it. He started to get exhausted. But why can't I ever hit him? Huh? Gao Fei angrily stopped and cursed. How can you dodge my attacks? This is so unscientific. Zichen didn't care and just asked, do you have any other moves? Just use them all. He was furious. His punches were faster and more numerous than yours. This is clearly blatant mockery. Zichen didn't want to play anymore. This is still the same punching style as before. Then forget it, let's end this. The entire audience was shocked when he defeated Gao Fei. Only Zichen's team was enthusiastic. Xiaoshen, well done. Xiaosheng is too strong. Xiaosheng is a beast, taking down 3 people at once. The feeling of winning without having to do anything is really great. In the next round, he easily defeated everyone. The next opponent was even weaker than the last. Before long, Zichen had finished off all 5 people from the middle school. No, 1 Sunhai. In the next 2 days, he alone defeated the remaining 2 schools. Successfully, he led Sunhai Middle School to win the championship of the 8-school Alliance tournament. The system announced, total opponent elimination 16 out of 1,000. Zichen was determined. There are still 984 more opponents to defeat. It will probably take many years to complete natural selection. Zichen was extremely happy. Although the mission couldn't be completed in a short time, he didn't expect that Teacher Guo would give Zichen most of the prize money from this competition, exactly 20,000. Including the prize money, Zichen won from various academic competitions. He now had about 30,000 yuan in his hands, but this 30,000 yuan was quickly spent entirely by Zichen. Uyanhan cooked him the most delicious meals. Xiaoshen, eat slowly. There's still more. The system announced, activation progress of the ghost squid diagram is 33%. He realized that after eating 30 kgs of ghost squid meat, the activation progress of the ghost squid diagram increased directly to 33%. In the second year of middle school, He successfully broke through from the third common stage to the fourth common stage. At the same time, he could easily lift a 1,090-kilo weight with one hand, jump vertically up to 5.65 and sprint 100 meter in just 4.49 seconds. Time flies. Ian Shen. Thanham graduated from Sun High Middle School very quickly. The results of the high school entrance exam were out. Thanham was scared. Why? I tried so hard. But the result is still, Xiaoshen. Can we continue to study in the same high school? Zichen explained. You are the top in the district, in both academics and martial arts. Hamham's studies are not bad at all, but her martial arts score is not high enough to get into the elite martial arts class of the high school. Sun High. He wiped her tears. How would I know? But the principal of Sun High High School said he wants to come to my house. Do you want to come with me to meet him? Thanham was certain the principal must be coming here, definitely to invite you to stay in the martial arts class, the top class of Sun High High School. This has nothing to do with me, so why would I go there? Without letting her think further, Zichen pulled her along. Don't worry. The only condition for me to stay at Sun High High School is to be desk mates with you. Everyone sat down at the table. The principal of Sun High High School discussed with us at home for many hours and simply expressed the hope that Zichen would continue to study at Sun High High School. The principal summarized, Student Zichen, we have said almost everything. What needed to be said, I have said. About the last thing, as long as you agree to continue studying at Sun High High School, then whatever you desire, you can tell me directly. As soon as he heard that, Zichen brought Thanham forward. Thank you, Principal. I only have one request. That is, I hope Thanham can continue to be in the same class as me. She moved closer to Thanham and asked, Student Thanham, right? When the new school year begins, you two, please come together to the high school of Sun High to register. Both of them nodded excitedly. Thank you, Principal. Zichen participated in many competitions. After choosing his high school, he participated in the final martial arts competition of middle school. Not surprisingly, Zichen continued to help the middle school of Sun High win the championship easily. Many opponents were defeated by Zichen's hands and couldn't raise their heads. In the forest far from the city, Zichen thought after receiving the prize money, he decided to fulfill his previous wish. There's only 20% left to unlock the ghost squid diagram. With this prize money to buy meat, it will surely be enough to complete the progress. The system reported the ghost squid diagram increased by 80% because he didn't know what would happen if Zichen unlocked the diagram and what uncontrollable situations might arise. He intentionally went to the mountainous forest around Sun High City. After saying that, Zichen started. The matter could not be delayed. Let's start directly. The system appeared. You have devoured a large amount of the life essence of the ghost squid. He was happy, his face a little shocked. Ghost squid diagram reached 100%? You have successfully unlocked the ghost squid diagram and obtained the biological attribute, water affinity. Water affinity significantly enhances your relationship with water, allowing you to move freely in the water without a trace. Zichen was a bit disappointed. Why does the effect of this water affinity seem a bit useless? I must test it immediately in the nearby pond. I noticed my skin doesn't wrinkle after soaking in water for a long time, and I can clearly feel that the water resistance has been greatly reduced when swimming. But other than that, are there no other effects? But that's normal, I guess. The ghost squid is a low-level monster, not even worth fusing with genes at all. If I want better biological attributes, I can slowly spend money to buy them later. Sooner or later, I'll get them all. Or when my strength becomes greater, I can hunt exotic beasts and eat their meat. Zichen clenched his fists decisively. For example, the giant mutant rat. A few days later, Zichen and Thanham went to the beach to play. With less than a week until the new school year, my mother and Shen's family, Thanham had planned a trip for the two families, together. To better study the water affinity, I suggested going to the beach. Thanham hugged her body and reminded him, Xiaoshen, the seawater is very cold. Zichen submerged and advised her, it's like this the first time you get in the water. First, just slowly get used to it, and then you won't feel cold anymore. The system reported, you are diving. Blood and chi, full body muscle strength, coordination, full body muscle, water property, deoxygenation ability, water pressure resistance, diving skill level 1, all increased by 1. Thanham was not satisfied. She demanded, Xiaoshen, don't swim by yourself anymore. Come and teach me how to swim. Now he realized. That's right. Ham seems to not know how to swim yet, so he stopped to teach her. Zichen began to patiently teach her. But because Shen's athletic talent, Thanham's was only average, so he thought it was very difficult for her to learn to swim. But Zichen didn't expect to be proven wrong so quickly. Immediately, Than Ham swam better than a fish. Xiaoshen, it turns out, swimming is this simple. I learned to swim in just a moment. Not only that, she also kept her face in the water for a long time. And then Than Ham realized, huh? I can dive? Zichen was startled when she emerged from nowhere. Than Ham showed off. Xiaoshen, am I amazing? I've always heard people say that under the sea, it's very hard to open your eyes. Because of the irritation, it's very painful. But I don't feel any discomfort at all. It even feels cool and comfortable. Zichen looked at her, rubbing his chin in thought. Shen's water attribute. Than Ham's is really good, but she shouldn't be able to learn all the skills of swimming at once. This is too unusual. Suddenly, he remembered something and exclaimed, "No, that's not right." Memories of her bedwetting and swimming flooded back. Suddenly, Zichen thought, could it be that the reason Shen Than Ham constantly wets the bed is because she was born with a water attribute? Unbelievable. Maybe in a past life, Shen Than Ham had a special cultivation physique, like in cultivation novels. It's possible. The two of them swam together. Next, Zichen went diving with Shen Than Ham, and her performance shocked him even more. We've been underwater for over 10 minutes. Not to mention she's a beginner. Even a trained person can't easily stay underwater for that long. Suddenly, Than Ham heard something that startled her. She wondered, why is there a strange sound in the water? Than Ham swam faster in that direction. He could only follow. What kind of sound is this, after all? The two quickly emerged from the vast water surface. Zichen asked, what happened? Why did you suddenly become so tense? Than Ham recounted, just now in my ears, I suddenly heard a very strange sound. So strange it was a little scary. Zichen asked anxiously, what sound? Than Ham stammered, explaining the details. I don't understand it. Maybe it's a language I don't recognize. I only know it was a woman's voice. The sound was very real and kept echoing in my ears. It only disappeared when I surfaced. After that, they both went back. To help Shen Than Ham calm down as soon as possible, Zichen immediately took her back to the hotel. Then he used his phone, but couldn't find anything about what Shen Than Ham was talking about. But because of this, he couldn't sleep. So he decided to continue exercising. The system continuously showed, you have done 1,000 weighted sit-ups. Blood and chi increase it by 2,000. Abdominal muscle strength increased by 2,000. Sit-up proficiency increased by 1,000. Your biological level has been promoted to common stage 5. He was shocked. Unexpectedly, while training, Zichen actually advanced a stage. The more he thought, the more excited he became. Common stage 5. This is the level at which a creature can compete with a mutant rat, a giant adult one. It seems if I continue to train, tearing this mutant rat apart with my bare hands will not be impossible. After advancing, he went to a deserted beach again to test various data points. Zichen's 100-meter sprint time was now only 3.64 seconds, and his high jump ability could reach 6.98 me. He could lift a car weighing about 1,600 kg with one hand. Compared to when he just broke through to the 4th common stage, the numerical improvement was very significant. With this achievement, Zichen finally began his high school career. The female students in the class all admired him. Ah, it's student Zichen? He's really handsome. So it turns out Zichen is on duty the same day as us. How lucky. Unexpectedly, Ham and I came to class early because we were on duty. But I didn't expect this new classmate to know me from before. But what surprised him was that this duty assignment actually triggered a new mission. The system reported, complete 1,000 cooperative tasks. Reward, biological attribute, social animal. Total tasks completed, 1 out of 1,000. Zichen looked forward to it. I don't know what the specific effect of this social animal characteristic will be. It really makes one look forward to it. Since the new school year had just begun, and there wasn't much to do, Zichen took advantage of his free time to go shopping at the supermarket. After all, the ghost squid has been unlocked, and the next step is to set a new target. Suddenly, Zichen saw something that interested him. He wondered what the product in front of him was. This is a violent great eagle, Y198 per half kilo. Zivan picked it up with interest. This is it. The violent great eagle is a type of exotic beast, a bit higher level than the ghost squid. Its eyesight is extremely good, 30 times better than that of a normal person. It's really powerful. Therefore, its ability to catch prey is also very strong. It can even accurately catch an exotic rabbit. That is about to become just an afterimage. Zichen sat at his desk thinking, if my vision is good enough, it can significantly improve one's combat effectiveness. In short, according to the description, the diagram of this violent great eagle is definitely worth unlocking. The main reason is that the price of violent great eagle meat is the second cheapest, only 1,998 yuan per half kilo. After that, he immediately used the system to open it and check its function. Zichen was surprised. 1/2 kilo of meat can increase the opening progress by 1%. This means that it would take 200,000 yuan to open the diagram of the violent great eagle. It seems I need to work harder in high school competitions to earn money. The prize money is higher than in middle school. I must, before my second year, unlock the diagram of this violent great eagle. Summer vacation. And finally, he started his high school life at Sunhai High School. On the first day of the new semester, the principal and classmates started to introduce themselves. Hello, everyone. I am Han Yuan Feng, the cultivation class teacher, and also your homeroom teacher. I am Kai Tianfei, the mechanical modification class teacher. I am Liu Dei, the gene fusion course teacher. I am Cheng Bei, the teacher for the wilderness survival course. Next, it's your turn. Hello, everyone. My name is Chu Yushi. My strengths are zither, chess, calligraphy, and painting. My name is Zhong Yijia. I like watching anime, cosplay, and sports. My name is Peng Huoguang. Normally, when I have nothing to do, I like to stay at home and play games. Before long, it was Shen Thanham's turn to introduce herself. Being stared at by so many people, she felt very nervous. Hello, everyone. My name is Shen Thanham. I usually like to draw and color. I look forward to your guidance in the future. Perhaps his self-introduction was the shortest, unparalleled. Hello, my name is Lindsay Chen. I look forward to your guidance in the future. Time passed very quickly. After everyone finished their introductions, the bell for the end of class rang. Chutam raised her voice and asked her, Thanham, in the high school entrance exam, what was your score? Thanham was surprised and turned to look at her. She answered shyly, I got 709 points. What about you, Chutam? She was excited. Amazing! You scored 10 points higher than me. I only got 698 points. So what score did you get? On the physical fitness test? I did very poorly on the test. I only got 95 points, which is extremely bad. After hearing that, Thanham was terrified in her heart. The total score for the physical fitness test is 100. To get 95 points, this is a top student among top students. I only got 79 points, 11 points below the standard. I basically can't say it out loud. She said, I'm not as good as you. Chutam interrogated, so what's your score, 94 or 93? Thangham's voice began to grow sad, still a little lower. She probed even deeper, is it 92? 91 or 90 points? While Chutam was still talking, someone came and slammed the table, startling her. Zichen walked over and took out his phone. Can I add you on WeChat? Chutam blushed. Add me on WeChat? Okay, let me scan you. Her heart was fluttering. This handsome guy is actively adding me as a friend. What kind of divine luck do I have today? He and Thanham exchanged glances. She was secretly happy. Luckily, Zichen came to rescue me. If I kept being asked, I wouldn't know how to answer anymore. So embarrassing. Right after that, Zichen took his phone and went everywhere. Let's add each other on WeChat too. He nodded. You scan me? After adding friends, he created a WeChat group of 4 people. But surprisingly, Zichen completed another cooperative task. It can be said that this completed task only required a lift of a finger. It was. After creating the 4-person group, they also got to know each other. Havu is from the neighboring city of Namquan. He is a young master from a martial arts family. He has won 8 awards, which is considered bringing honor to his ancestors. As for Liso Tam's family, they own a clothing store, with many branches in the district. She is a true little rich girl. And Zichen and Shen Thanham also introduced their circumstances to everyone. Before long, they became a small group, where they could talk about anything. Just as their group was about to end their conversation, Havu spoke up. Guess who is the strongest person in our class? You guys will definitely not be able to guess. So Tam pointed her finger. I guess Zichen is the best. He got the highest score in the entrance exam for high school in the district. He was stunned after hearing that. Zichen, it turns out you're that amazing? But the regional top scorer is probably far behind. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Our class has 2 very strong people. The principal spent a lot of money to recruit them from Namquan City. The person sitting by the window in the 3rd row on the left is Vuong Tukiet. He was the one who got the highest score in the exam of Namquan District. His 100-meter dash time is 7.89 seconds. Also, the big guy named Luke Kwong, sitting on the right side of the last row. This person has innate divine strength. He can easily lift a 300-kilo weight with just one hand. Thangham admired. They seem very impressive. So Tam covered her mouth in astonishment. Is that true or not? Zichen sighed thoughtfully. Hearing this, I feel more at ease. 100 meters in 7.98 seconds, a weight of 300 keys. Both of these numbers are at my elementary school level. Very quickly, the bell rang again, and the next activity was distributing books. There are 4 books corresponding to the 4 main courses. Because he had self-studied all 4 books as a child, Zichen found a quiet place to cultivate in his spare time. After all, the threat from the rat god sect is still there. The police have so far only caught the heretics, but still haven't found a trace of the Rat King. Therefore, he decided to try to advance past the 6th stage to be able to confront them. The first practical class in the afternoon was Wilderness Survival class. Chengbei probed, "Does anyone know how to make a fire by rubbing 2 sticks of wood together?" Ha Vu spoke up. "This skill is basically not used in life, so who has time to learn it?" Immediately, he was proven wrong, because the others were practicing. He witnessed it with joy. "What's this? How are you two so amazing? Just by rubbing 2 sticks of wood together, you can make a fire." "Ah," Luke Kwong said proudly. "Teacher, when I was in middle school, I took an extracurricular class during the summer vacation to learn this." Thukiet continued. "As for me, I learned it myself online when I was in elementary school. After the 2 from Nam Quan City finished, the others began to practice on their own. Not long after, Zichen also taught the members of the Tin Mo team how to make a fire by rubbing wood together. After that, when it was time for martial arts class, it also became a party for the 2 from Nam Quan City to show off." Vian Fong spoke up. "Today I will teach you a cultivation method, special breathing." Suddenly, both he and the other guy said in unison, "Teacher, we've already learned it." Although it seemed a bit ridiculous, they really could do it. Although he already knew this knowledge, staying humble was Zichen's habit. In a flash, more than a month had passed. Wien Fi spoke up. "It's been over a month since the new school year began, and it's time to test your learning progress. For this exam, I have set the reward levels. First prize is YA88, second prize is Y66, third prize is Y3. Zichen was surprised. "So there's prize money, and the top person will receive Y8. This reward is really generous. It's almost enough to buy half a kilo of violent great eagle meat. There's a reward." Everyone naturally put in more effort to do the test. After 1 hour, the test was over. Coincidentally, the gene fusion teacher, Liu Denian, also organized a test. Even the rewards were exactly the same. He announced, "It's been over a month since the school year started. It's time to check your learning progress. Now." After the exam ended, he flopped onto his desk and sighed. It's finally over. Everyone in the class started to complain. Why was the test so hard? The last question was also ridiculous. I was originally hoping for a 90, but this time getting a 60 would be great. Just as everyone was complaining about the difficulty of the questions, the duo from Nangguan City started to boast to each other. Shujai spoke up. "That test was really too hard. How did you do?" Liu Gong responded, "I think I can only get 95 points. I had trouble with the last question. What about you?" He replied, "Me too. I didn't know how to do the last question. So I'm guessing 95 points as well." Hearing those words, He got angry, clenching his fists, showing off again. "Ugh, can't you live without doing that? I want to punch them right now." Denian announced, "Students, the scores for the mechanical modification test are out. Guowan 12 points, Shensing Han 61 points. She happily turned to look at him. "Zishan, I passed. Congratulations." "Heaven rewards the diligent. It's well-deserved." He continued reading. "Hey you, 88 points. Then everyone turned to look at him with admiration. "Hey you, you're amazing." Denian praised. "Very good work. I'm very optimistic about you." He you said proudly. "Just lucky. It happened to test on topics I knew." To my team members, "Wait for me to win the 3,3 yuan for 3rd place, and I'll treat everyone to a good meal." He continued. "Liu Gong, Wang Shujai, 95 points. You two were very impressive this time, just one question away from a perfect score." He said smugly, "Teacher, the last question required a lot of calculation. If you gave me another 10 minutes, I definitely could have solved it." The other one agreed. "Me too," Denian said with expectation. "I believe you two have this ability." Hearing that, he became annoyed. They're showing off again. But no matter what, 3rd place will definitely be mine. He revealed some surprising information. "This test was very difficult, but you might not believe it when I say this. But someone in our class got a perfect score. Lin Zishan, 100 points. Shuji was shocked. 100 points? What kind of monster is he? Liu Gong was terrified. "Impossible! Impossible!" He panicked. Even the 2 top students from Nangguan City were defeated. Lin Zishan is just too strong. The main thing is he took my 3rd place spot. Next time, I definitely can't be so reckless and show off." Qinghan praised. "Zishan, you're amazing." Su Xin added, "Shanghai shines." He raised his hand to ask a question. "Teacher Tai, when will the 888 UN prize for 1st place be awarded?" Denian replied, "Don't worry, I will put the cash into a red envelope and send the reward to the class group." He thought to himself, "This kid cares about money too? Is he that short on cash?" Just 1 hour later, the gene fusion test results were also announced. Yuanfei announced, "Students, the results are in. Nangguan's heroic duo Liu Gong got 81 points. Wang Shujai got 83 points. For a test that most students failed, barely getting an excellent score is already amazing. But it was clear that the two of them couldn't hide their satisfaction with this result. As for Shen Qinghan, she scored 78 points. With this score, she could get into the top 5. And Zishan always got the perfect score and continued to pocket the prize money. He Yu, Wang Shujai, and Liu Gong suffered no small blow. He questioned, "This test is so hard. How could he possibly get a perfect score?" The other one agreed. "I have a feeling that... Could it be that he knew the answers beforehand?" He frowned and retorted, "Impossible, absolutely impossible. All the answers on this test were thought up by him. You fundamentally can't find the answers on the internet, so it's impossible to cheat." Both of them were horrified. You joked. "This time you really made me laugh. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You can't accept defeat and suspect others of cheating. It's truly a disgrace to us people of Nangguan." She agreed. "That's right, Wang Shuji is so uncivilized. Bad people always cause trouble." The lunch break was very short. Class 1 of Grade 1 will have a test on wilderness survival. This afternoon, Chung Bai stated the requirements. The rewards for the survival test are the same as other subjects. First prize is 88 yuan, second prize is 66 yuan, and third prize is 333 yuan. The test consists of 3 main parts: climbing, swimming, and starting a fire by rubbing wood. Shujai frowned in annoyance. "Liu Gong, this morning we couldn't win the theory test, so this afternoon we have to regain our honor." He agreed. "You don't need to say more about that. I will definitely defeat him and avenge our previous humiliation." Soon the test began. The first test was tree climbing and rock climbing. The score was determined based on speed. Lin Zishan won first place in the rock climbing event. As expected, the Nangguan duo was left behind by him. The other two were deep in thought. "No way. This Lin Zishan is too ridiculous. I tried my best, but I couldn't even see his shadow." Result: Lin Zishan, first place in the tree climbing competition. But at this moment, Zishan was more concerned about Shen Qinghan. At this point, she hadn't even finished climbing. So it's no surprise that Qinghan came in last. But it was no big deal. When it came to the swimming event, she would regain her confidence. In the next fire-making stage, in order to get the prize money, he could only continue to fight the Nangguan duo. He and the other one had the same thought. "Why is Lin Zishan so fast at everything? His hand speed is simply heaven-defying. I remember he wasn't this fast in class." In the end, Lin Zishan successfully started a fire in 58 seconds. Swimming was the final event. This time, Lin Zishan also crushed the Nangguan duo, dealing a heavy blow to their morale. "No way! I can understand Lin Zishan being that fast. But why did Shen Qinghan have such an outburst? It must be because I was too nervous and made a mistake." After the wilderness survival results, Wang Shujai and Liu Gang became very quiet, not saying anything for a long time. But in return, they had a quiet afternoon, because the afternoon martial arts session had sparked hope. Their appearance, Yuan Feng began. "You have been practicing martial arts for over a month now. Today is the day of the test. The test method is for everyone to get in the ring and spar. There are rewards for the top 3. He and the other guy were aggressive. So what about the written and wilderness tests? In martial arts class, the most important thing is martial arts. If your actual strength isn't good enough, then all other achievements are meaningless. I must win this martial arts sparring match." Before starting the sparring, Yuanfeng arranged a physical fitness test. He explained, "The warm-up test will measure 3 data points: sprint speed, barbell weight, and standing jump height." Lin Zishan ran the 100-meter sprint in 7.78 seconds. And for the weightlifting event, he easily lifted a 330-kilo barbell. Standing high jump 2.18 meh. All 3 data points were at the top. Not wanting to show off, Zishan didn't go all out. At this moment, Shujai was afraid. He runs the 100 mer faster than me. And yet his test results were only first in the district? That's unscientific. And Liu Gong was horrified. Lin Zishan isn't even that muscular. Could it be that his body wasn't fully developed during the high school entrance exam? He comforted Liu Gong. "Don't panic." Failing. The physical fitness test doesn't mean we've lost everything. Real combat relies not just on physical strength, but also on technique. We still have a chance. He also advised, "You're right. Losing the physical fitness test doesn't mean losing everything. We are superior to our peers, so we still have a chance." After the physical fitness test, everyone moved to the arena and began sparring. Gymnasium. Competition area. He thought, "To finish as early as possible, I still have to take the lead." But because my physical test data was so good, no one dared to go up right away. The Nangguan duo also chose to observe. But if this delay continued, the teacher would lose patience. He crossed his arms and ordered, "Lu Wei, go spar with Zishan." After that, the person who was called out, sweating, went up to face Zishan. In order to save time, he could only go for a quick victory, to get everyone in class to go up before class ended. So with all 10, like one, Zishan could only speed up the takedowns. From then on, whoever entered the ring was knocked down by him with a single move. Shujai froze. "No way, is that Lin Zishan guy that strong?" Liu Gong's face turned pale. "I suspect. This guy isn't even trying his hardest. How is anyone supposed to fight this?" After a while, He Yu jumped into the ring and called out to Liu Gang, "I'm done warming up. Right now I'm in my best physical condition." "Do you dare to come up here and fight me?" He replied, "It'll only take me half a minute to knock you out." He thought to himself gleefully, "If he hadn't challenged me, I would have to fight Lin Zishan. I'm not sure I can beat Lin Zishan, but I can't possibly lose to him, can I?" He Yu climbed up with momentum following Liu Gong's shout, "Here I come!" Right after, he continuously attacked him. But unfortunately, He Yu's leg was gently caught by Liu Gong. He was sent spinning like a top. Then came a gentle but decisive throw from Liu Gang. He was thrown out of the ring, vomiting non-stop. He said arrogantly, "Hey you, among those who fought me, you had the best stamina. It's a pity my stamina is a level higher." Right after that, Zishan jumped into the ring. "Come on, let's have a match." Then he thought, this is the perfect opportunity to make progress. Otherwise, no one else will dare to step into the ring. Liu Gong curled his lips arrogantly. "Bring it on." "Who's afraid of who?" "Take this." He raised his fist and ran quickly towards him. Liu Gong moved with incredible speed, but Zishan remained calm and still. Instantly, he leaned over to dodge. He was stunned. So fast. In the end, with just one blow, Liu Gong was sent flying out of the ring. In the stands, the students cheered, "Wang Shuji, your brother is being abused like this. Why don't you hurry up and get revenge?" "That's right. The glory of Nangguan City's top students. Need you to protect it." "Wang Shuji, don't be a coward. Get up there." Provoked, he jumped into the ring. "What are you shouting about?" "I was about to go into the ring anyway." "All of you, shut up!" Shujai looked at him and comforted himself. "What comes, comes. I will definitely find a way to defeat him." A male student quickly rushed forward. "It feels like I'm betting on a gamble." Zishan could quickly control his movements. With just one move, he sent him flying. That guy was knocked to the ground, splayed out. No chance to fight back. After that, Zishan knocked down one by one the other male students in the class. He seemed to not lose any strength when fighting these people. One by one, they were easily defeated. According to the mission rules, natural selection, the same opponent only counts once, no matter how many times he is defeated. "That means next time I can only spar with the female students." "But they won't want to. Get in the ring to spar with me." Just then, a brave female student raised her hand and said, "Classmate Zishan, I want to challenge you." Then she quickly jumped onto the stage. Before she could even do anything, she was knocked down by him. So fast. She lay there thinking regretfully, "What a pity. I was so close to being able to hug him." Then, surprisingly, the other female students also proactively went up to challenge him. Of course, he always held back when fighting girls. The main goal was to complete the mission as quickly as possible. Soon, all the female students had fought. It was done, but completing the mission was still a long way off. He was originally a little disappointed, but unexpectedly, Han Yunfeng immediately announced some good news. The head teacher spoke up. Everyone's performance this time was good. Next, the top students should learn to challenge upwards. In another month, our class will challenge the strongest regular class of the second year. So everyone please prepare well. Our goal is to defeat the strongest regular class of the second year of middle school. Hearing this, Zishan was quite happy. "I was just sad that I wouldn't have any matches." To quickly improve the natural selection progress bar, this martial arts competition came at just the right time. It's like getting charcoal in snowy weather. After class was dismissed, a male student walked by and challenged him. "I was worried before that, after coming to Shanghai Middle School, there would be no more opponents. It seems I underestimated this. Shanghai Middle School. From now on, you will be my, Liu Gang's rival for the 3 years of high school." Zishan calmly thought to himself. According to Han, Yuan Feng's arrangement completing natural selection within a year doesn't seem impossible. Another guy also came forward and said, "Lin Zishan, losing now doesn't mean it's easy to lose in the future. Before graduation, I will definitely wash away this shame." He was secretly happy. "Furthermore, I just completed a mission and also got prize money. Let me do a quick calculation. I earned over 3,000 today. The two of them saw his calm demeanor and became furious. Not only did he not pay attention, but he's also mocking us? How arrogant. But Shen didn't even pay them any mind. With this money I can buy beast meat. This is great. As night fell in an apartment complex, Zishan was busy writing something in his room. He calculated, although I received a small prize money today, it's still a long way from the amount I need to buy beast meat and unlock the illustration. So to earn more money, I've opened an account on a novel platform and started my writing career. Soon after, a message was sent. Hello, I am the editor in charge. Your novel on the platform is very good. I hope to invite you to sign a contract to serialize your story. Zishan was quite surprised to receive the news. Just after waking up, already, Zishan received a contract offer from the website. After logging into the novel platform to sign the contract, a piece of news from that day immediately caught his attention. It was just 2 hours ago. A giant mutated rat attacked a cold storage facility containing exotic beast meat on the outskirts. This giant exotic rat beast was over 5 meters in size and had bitten the mechanically modified person in half. At this moment, the puppet master immediately activated the backup energy source, hidden and self-destructed to destroy the enemy, causing the giant exotic rat beast to be blown to pieces and die on the spot. Just how many giant mutated rats are hiding in Shanghai City? Furthermore, these giant exotic rats are so big. Where on earth could they be hiding without being discovered? The next day at Shanghai Middle School Gymnasium. Today was the day they would spar with the regular class. The second years and Han Yuanfeng were discussing tactics with some of their class's best students. He took the opportunity to give very detailed instructions. In a one-on-one fight, the opponent's top combat power is not as good as our class's. However, in terms of the opponent's overall strength, they are stronger than our class. The other side will definitely use their advantage in numbers to focus on defense and prolong the battle, and then use the method of war of attrition to wear down the four of you. So once you're on the field, you must go for a quick victory. Is that clear? All four replied in unison. Yes, sir. Right after, Zishan quickly jumped onto the stage. He spoke up, Teacher Han, I'd like to go first. He thought to himself, I need to complete the natural selection achievement. So naturally, I need to defeat as many opponents as possible. So the sooner I get in the ring, the better. The opponent, seeing this, said fearfully, Teacher, the current opponent is the strongest, and I'm the weakest in the class. How am I supposed to fight him? The teacher on that side immediately spoke up, dissatisfied. Brother Feng, according to the rules for sparring between classes, the weakest person should go first. Why did you send your best student to compete? In the first match? This violates the rules. The head teacher immediately pointed to the stage and ordered, Zishan, get down quickly. You can go up later. So please let the weaker students in the class go first. Hearing that, he replied somewhat reluctantly, All right. Yes, teacher. After that, Yuanfeng pointed to the girl standing next to him and said, Yuntong, you go first. She stammered, Huh? But teacher, I'm not ready yet. Ting Han came forward and asked for permission. Teacher Han, my strength is the weakest, so let me go first. Then she walked onto the stage, but she was a little nervous. What should I do? I'm so nervous. Everyone below was cheering. Go, Han Han, beat him, Han Han! Hearing that, Ting Han trembled even more. Thinking like this makes me even more panicked. Very quickly, the opponent rushed forward to attack. She tried to defend against those moves. Ting Han calculated, although I can't win, I can try my best to hold on, for as long as possible, to wear down the opponent's stamina. 3 minutes later, the opponent was out of breath. She's really just... If I continue like this, my stamina will run out sooner or later. I have to end this quickly. Right after, she delivered a powerful blow, knocking down Ting Han. She was sent flying and fell out of the ring. Then she immediately got up and ran off. The head teacher praised her. Ting Han, you fought well. You know how to use defense to wear down the opponent's stamina. Very smart. Zishan came over, gently patting her head, and said, Not bad. Even against a senior who has trained for over a year, you were able to hold on for more than 3 minutes. That's no small progress. She felt comforted and replied shyly, Another person entered the ring, confidently thinking, her stamina isn't much left. I'll take this opportunity to take her down, and then quickly rushed forward to attack. But with just a few basic moves, he couldn't do anything. Very quickly, he was attacked head-on by the opponent. He was defeated in just a few moves. She cried out in pain, It hurts, let go, I surrender. The opponent spoke up, jeering. Ha ha, you just got up here and only attacked without defending. Are you looking down on the regular class? She walked past smugly and said, "It's true I don't have the same talent as you, but I've been training a year longer than you. You should still train for another year before you fight me." At this moment, Su Xin stepped onto the stage. She said very confidently, "Han, let me help you get revenge. Watch me take down that senior." Su Xin quickly rushed forward and defeated her opponent with one blow. Shen Xinghan was excited. "Su Xin is so amazing." Zishan came over and patted her head. "You're amazing, too. If it weren't for you wearing out the senior's stamina earlier, Su Xin wouldn't have won so easily." She clenched her fist and said, 2 hours later, the regular class teacher confidently looked at Yuan Feng. "Brother Feng, your class only has 4 people left. It seems this meal, we will definitely win the bet." He raised both hands and shrugged. "It's too early to say anything. Let's just wait and see," he thought to himself. Lin Zishan, Wang Shuji, Liu Gang, and also He Yu. That is the true strength of Class 1. The real showdown is just beginning. Yuan Feng turned to He Yu. "He Yu, you're up next." He confidently jumped into the ring. "Present." He raised his fist. "My fist can't take it anymore." "Excuse me, senior. Are you ready to receive my hard fist?" The opponent was disdainful. "Little friend, can you not be such a middle schooler?" He Yu kicked him straight in his avatar. "How dare you ruin my cool moment? Get lost!" He fell to the ground in pain, landing with a thud. He stood with his hands on his hips, looking down condescendingly. "No way. At this level, you dare to call others stupid? What a loser." Suddenly, a foot stomped down hard. An aggressive-looking guy with a mohawk stepped forward. "You're quite arrogant, kid." He rushed forward and punched He Yu straight in the face. "Let me give you some more intensity." He dodged by using his hands to support himself on the ground. He was surprised. "What, so fast?" He was able to dodge my attack? Out of inertia, he delivered a heel hook straight to his chin. It was a beautiful move. He fell to the ground with a thud and passed out. Shen Xinghan was excited. "He Yu is so good." "Go," Su Xin shouted. He Yu beat him, crush them. Next, He Yu defeated many opponents in a row. One more person was easily knocked out by He Yu. The number of people he defeated gradually increased. "Let's do it again." After a while, he was tired but still tried to show off. "Next person, hurry up! I can still take down another 10 people." Although He Yu still wanted to continue fighting, but after knocking down 5 people in a row, it was clear that he was a bit tired. Finally, when facing the 6th opponent, he was defeated. At this point, Class 1 only had 3 students left, and Class 6 of Grade 2 still had 13 students. Yuan Feng continued to give orders. "Wang Shuji, you're up." Shujai's eyes lit up as he jumped up. "Present." Wang Shugai defeated 10 people in a row. It wasn't until the 11th match that Wang Shuji lost the match because his stamina was completely drained. Next, Liu Gang entered the ring. In less than 10 minutes, he quickly defeated the remaining 2 generals. A knee strike knocked out the opponent's general. He rubbed his nose and looked at the Class 6 teacher. "Your class only has 1 person left. Why don't you just give up early?" He put his hands in his pockets, still confident. "I don't think that's necessary. Go on, Wang Jinha. It's your turn to perform." A large, giant-like man stepped forward. "Present!" Liu Gang was dismissive. It's just a tall, fat guy, right?" He launched himself forward. "I'll still beat you." His fist went straight into Jinha's fat belly. Liu Gang's mouth fell open. It felt like punching a cotton bag. Unwilling to give up, he punched him repeatedly. After punching for a while without dealing any damage, "Let's do it again." He gasped for breath. "This is not good. Too much fat, too thick of a layer of flesh. I can't even make him budge." Only then did he raise his hand. "Are you done hitting me?" "If you're done, it's my turn." Jinha gently grabbed his neck with one hand. He struggled like a caught chicken. "This is not good. I'm about to suffocate. This guy's strength is too terrifying." He threw Liu Gang off the stage. Yuan Feng was shocked. "That's not right. Why do I remember that there isn't such a strong student in everyone's class?" The Class 6 teacher smirked. "My apologies. He just transferred here this semester. So it's understandable that you don't remember. It seems you're going to lose this time. Remember our bet. If you lose, you have to treat the other team's entire class to a meal." He was furious but could do nothing. Tears streamed down his face. So he had Wang Jinha as his ace. Even if Lin Zishan is strong, he can't defeat this monster. How careless of me. I was tricked by him. He walked over and patted Zishan on the shoulder. "Zishan, it's your turn. Spar well. You'll gain a lot of valuable experience. Don't worry about winning or losing." He stepped forward and smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Teacher Han. I will win." Jinha was surprised. "Huh? Is this student their class's best fighter? He looks a bit thin." He was a bit disappointed. "Junior, I'm not the type to bully the smaller." 3 girls outside cheered. Fatty, don't be so arrogant. Zishin will definitely beat you, Fatty. Just wait until you get beaten into a meat pie. Go, Zishin! Teach this dead pig a lesson. Those arrogant words were like arrows piercing Jinha's ears. Jinha yielded. Junior, in a bit I'll stand still and let you have 10 moves. He was contemptuous. To avoid you and your fan club getting angry and cursing me behind my back later, saying that I bullied the weak and won without martial virtue. Zishin scratched his head helplessly. All right. Jinha patted his own stomach. Then come on, Junior, I'll stand perfectly still. And you can attack me with all your might. He didn't hold back and punched him hard in the stomach. His mouth fell open from the damage of that blow. Jinha was sent flying into the sky like a kicked ball. He fell hard to the ground like a ball. Everyone who witnessed it was silent for 5 seconds after seeing the scene. All of Class 1 shouted with joy, Zishin won! We won! Jinha sat up, scratching his head. Huh? How did I get here? What just happened? This is illogical, unscientific. Teacher Shan walked over and patted Yuan Feng on the shoulder. Brother Feng, your class's Zishin is terrifying. He took down Wang Jinha with just one punch. I feel like he's about to catch up to Wu Tiancheng, that first-year middle school student. He replied happily. That's not for sure yet. That kid Wu Tiancheng is not a normal person. Back in high school, he almost scared the principal. His performance was truly too strong. Zishin walked over curiously. Teacher, who is this Wu Tiancheng? Yuan Feng introduced. Wu Tiancheng is a senior who graduated a few years ago. When he was a freshman in middle school, he defeated the entire top class, scaring many of the school leaders. While still in middle school, Wu Tiancheng ran 100 meters in less than 6:12 seconds, vertical jump of 3.96 meters, and could lift a 650-kilo barbell with one hand. Who wouldn't be scared by that? He scratched his head. That's a bit scary. He thought to himself, he's truly impressive. He's about to catch up to my strength. From the summer break of my 6th year of elementary school, a while later, they moved to another location, at Mingsheng Restaurant. He raised his water bottle. Thanks to Zishin, we were able to defeat the regular class of the 2nd year. Their head teacher admitted defeat and treated all of us to a meal. Everyone stand up and congratulate Zishin! The whole class was lively. Zishin is the best. Godly Ka is mighty. Everyone was curious. Godly Ka, how do you normally exercise at home? Do you have any secrets? Let's be friends. After defeating the 2nd year of middle school, he became famous in the school. His classmates gathered around to get to know him, making Zishin shy. But Han Han remained unchanged. Fearing he would entertain his friends and not eat, she kept piling food onto Zishin's plate. Qinghan was angry with herself for staring at her so intently. Qinghan left in embarrassment. Xiaoshen, I'm going to the restroom for a moment. But what hadn't changed was the feeling of needing to pee that she couldn't control. Everyone was talking. Shen Xinghan pours water and peels shrimp for him. She really knows how to suck up. She looks like a maid, always serving her master. But with that strength, if she wasn't Lin Zishin's flattering goddess, how could she get into our top class? I guess it won't last long. The gap between them is too big. They will gradually grow apart in the future. She exuded a murderous aura and retorted, I am not. He's just flattering. Qinghan left. I am his childhood sweetheart. On the way home, Zishin was concerned. Han Han? Why do you look so down? Did something happen? She said sadly, when I was little, I said that when I grew up, I wouldn't wet the bed anymore. But until now, I still wet the bed every night when I sleep. I have to wear a diaper every night to dare to sleep. It feels really awful. Xiaoshen, I feel like a disabled person. I can't hold my pee, he asserted. You are not a disabled person. Your peeing ability is your superpower. It's just that it hasn't fully developed yet. Qinghan looked up in surprise and asked, a superpower? Zishin assured her, that's right. This is a superpower. Your affinity with water might be that good. That's the superpower. She asked curiously, so Xiaoshen, you've been so amazing since you were little. Do you have a superpower too? He nodded and patted Qinghan's hair. Like you, I also have a superpower. She got excited. If I really have one, I wonder what kind it is. Zishin encouraged her. It must be a very powerful superpower. Suddenly, he heard a loud noise coming from ahead. An employee was trying to stop someone. Quick, put down that broom. We're exterminating rats for public safety. Please cooperate. Someone was frantically trying to stop them. Stop, don't hurt my brothers. The person yelled, you're hurting my brothers again? Then he rushed forward to attack the employee. I'll risk my life to fight you all. Qinghan was shocked. Xiaoshen, is this person crazy? Zishin shielded her. Maybe he's mentally ill? Mentally ill people are like that. Let's go home. Qinghan agreed, as night slowly fell across the city. In the brightly lit room of Lin Zishen's house, The whole family was sitting and watching the news. Last week, this female pastor went missing, and her whereabouts are still unknown. Wan Xin was tense. Why has another young girl gone missing? It seems like it's the 4th time this month. Yan Sheng corrected her. You're mistaken. This is the 5th person. The 5 people who went missing this month are all young, beautiful girls. People are advised not to go out late at night and to avoid deserted places, she said worriedly. Xiaoshen, it's not safe outside these days. Don't let Han Han go out alone. Got it? He assured her. Don't worry, Mom, I'll watch her carefully. At Shanghai City, District 20, 20th Street Police Department, everyone was busy dealing with the troublemaker. A police officer asked, how's the investigation? Does he have a mental illness? The doctor replied, it's still undetermined. I've been trying to communicate, but he doesn't say a word, like he's mute. The officer insisted, he can't be mute. He was constantly screaming at the vegetable market earlier. Suddenly, the officer was startled and looked inside. He saw a horrifying scene. The troublemaker's body was constantly transforming. A moment later, he had turned into a monster. Quick, send a request for reinforcements. In the psychiatric room, someone has turned into a giant rat. The giant monster was continuously attacking everyone and wasn't afraid of being shot. A female officer ran up. Chief Headquarters says all the modified humans are out on missions. It will take about a minute for reinforcements to arrive. We don't have enough ammunition. I'm afraid we can't wait. The chief ordered, get in the car. We'll lure this rat man outside and buy time until reinforcements arrive. She hurriedly started the car. The tense police officers sat still as the car drove off. The mutant rat relentlessly chased after them. A little faster, lead it to the mountain, to buy more time for the mechanical cyborgs. The police car sped noisily down the main road. It followed behind, continuously destroying everything in its path. Internal accidents happened. Cars collided with each other. The female police officer from before collapsed. In the end, we still couldn't wait, huh? The ferocious mutant rat trampled over each car. Terrifying explosions occurred continuously throughout the city. A warrior appeared, launching pills. Target locked. It was attacked repeatedly, so it became even more out of control. A giant rat that knows how to dig a hole to escape. This bunch has gotten smarter. But looking at the pieces of flesh on the ground, must be seriously injured. I still have a chance to finish it. The night in the city gradually came to an end. The time reached 3 a.m. Zixin had been writing for over half a month. Over 4,000 words a day. Currently, it's almost 100,000 words. Income of over 10,000 for the story. There are still a few good parts I haven't uploaded yet. When these parts are released, the numbers will be better. After a month, I don't know how much I'll earn after it's published. After reading the numbers for the midnight novel, the anticipation of profit made him lose sleep. So Zixin found a small alley with no cameras to test his recent training results. 100-meter sprint in 3:43 seconds, long jump 7.72 mi. The progress is quite clear. He thought if he improved further, he felt that sooner or later, his physical body would become saintly. Suddenly, Zixin heard a loud noise. He saw a mutant rat rummaging through a trash can. It spoke, "Brother, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eat you, brother. I'm really hungry. Wait until I'm full. I'll make offerings to you every year." Zixin thought, it's a rat man. Could it be the one that escaped, mentioned in the news? Today it has turned into a rat man. I need to get out of here quickly and notify the police. The mutant rat muttered, I might not have to eat you. I can go eat people now. It rushed towards him, yelling, I want to eat meat. I want to eat human flesh. Zixin remarked, so fast, it seems I can't dodge. He turned back to face it. He told himself, I can only risk my life. Zixin used his fists and feet to kick the mutant rat, sending it tumbling a few times. It wondered, this person is clearly a weak student. How can he have such great strength? The two sides faced off, standing still and observing their opponent. He threw a large stone straight at the mutant rat's head. Zixin judged, I can't give it a chance to fight back. I must follow up with another blow and finish it first, then figure things out. After that, he continuously used stones as weapons to attack. Zixin breathed a sigh of relief, looking at it in front of him. Not moving anymore? Zixin touched the mutant rat's corpse and judged, it's dead? I can devour its life essence. Looks like it's completely dead. But only getting 2% is really a bit low. Last time it was clearly 5. Could it be related to the difference in the amount of the Rat King's gene and the other heretic cultists? I should go back first and talk later. It's already morning. I can't stay here long. Suddenly, a robotic foot landed from the sky. The girl exclaimed, Who took care of this rat man? Elsewhere, in the gloomy scenery of the night, the cult leader carried a fainted woman to the ritual site. He knelt down piously. Great rat god, please enjoy. The rat god appeared and chided, Why only one woman? Do you want me to starve? This isn't even enough to get stuck in my teeth. Or are you also one of the meals? Being sacrificed this time? The cult leader was terrified. I wouldn't dare. Great rat god, please let me explain. My lord, the young girls out there are very vigilant now. At night, they don't leave their homes, and during the day, they travel in groups, so it's very hard to catch them. It got angry. Then next time, go catch some young men and bring them here. He obeyed. I understand, great rat god. Immediately, the rat god threw the cult leader a piece of meat. He chewed it greedily. Thank you for the gift, great rat god. The woman who was captured earlier was now wrapped around its giant tongue. The rat god quickly swallowed the food that had just been sacrificed. The whole space was shrouded in the gloom of blood color. It demanded, next time don't catch ordinary people anymore. They taste bitter, not delicious. I want to eat the high and mighty ones. They are usually well fed, so their fatty meat is very delicious. In order to help Shen Qinghan quickly improve her martial arts performance, whenever they had time, they would conduct special training right at his house. Zishan taught, the angle of your punch is too high. Lower the angle a bit. This way you can generate more power. Your feet are too close together. Spread them out a bit. Your stance also needs to be adjusted. Don't face the opponent directly. Instead, turn your body slightly. Qinghan agreed, okay. He continued, now let's do some sparring. Attack me with all your strength. She immediately got into position and shouted, okay! Then here I come! But Qinghan's fist was caught by Zishan. He explained, the punching angle is very accurate. The punching force is also much stronger than before. She continued, raising her leg ready for a kick, but it was still blocked by Zishan. Your sweeping kick stance is incorrect. Don't get your legs stuck before kicking. Spread your legs a little wider. Now follow the corrections I just gave you, and try that move again. After that, Qinghan continuously attacked with both her hands and feet. After a while, she knelt down, panting. So tiring. But I can feel that my martial arts have really gotten stronger. Hey, Xiao Shen, I don't think 3 sessions a week is enough. Can we have special training every day? He refused. No need. 3 times a week is already a lot. If it's every day, you won't be able to handle it, Qinghan said firmly. Okay, then let's stick to 3 times a week, okay? At this moment, Zishan took his phone out of his pocket to look. She leaned in to look with him. Is this a special news report? The Mecha Corporation announced on its official website that it will provide free treatment services for the young, mechanical genius girl who was previously physically disabled. Due to early mechanical modification, the terrifying genius has successfully fused the genes of a mutant spider. Tianxi breaks the record, becoming the youngest person in the capital to fuse genes for the 2nd time in history. The capital's genius? Could it be the prodigy from the capital back then? Usually, most people have to wait until they are adults before they can undergo gene fusion. Otherwise, the body cannot withstand the influence of the mutant beast's genes, and mutation is very likely to occur. However, this prodigy from the capital now can be called the capital's genius. Before the age of 18, has already fused genes for the 2nd time. This physical talent is truly strong. Could it be that gene fusion is the best choice? As night fell at Lin Zishen's house, he was sitting and working on his computer, with the Heaven and Man wisdom root doubling the progress speed. After a month of practicing typing, now Zishen can easily write 10,000 words per hour. Spending only 1 hour a day typing won't affect the time for daily training. So this is completely acceptable. Yan Sheng stood behind and praised, Xiao Shen, your book is selling quite well. If you can consistently write 10,000 words a day and the book's plot doesn't change, then in the first month, you'll probably receive about 50,000 yuan in royalties. Later, when the word count increases, earning 100,000 a month will no longer be a problem. He thought, 50,000 a month, maybe even 100,000? With this source of income, then in the future, I won't have to worry about money to unlock the mutant beast diagrams anymore. I hope the royalties from 2 months can unlock the diagram of the violent great eagle. Han Yuanfeng's martial arts class organized an internal sparring session to check the students' progress. After that, direct matches took place. As usual, Zishen still dominated the entire class, beating everyone without giving them a chance to fight back. He just earned 888 RMB and at the same time increased by several tens of points the completion experience for the natural selection elective. On the other hand, Shen Qinghan still couldn't defeat anyone. As usual, she was still at the bottom of the class rankings. But the difference compared to before is that when facing an opponent, she has a certain degree of ability to resist. Last time, when facing Wen Yuntong, the second to last person in the class, Qinghan was knocked off the stage, and the match ended in less than 3 seconds. But this time, she fought hand-to-hand with Wen Yuntong for nearly 3 minutes, and it wasn't just turtling for 3 minutes. Qinghan even fought head-on with Wen Yuntong, landing a few very beautiful kicks. Hana. Yunfeng saw this and also praised her for her remarkable progress, then told Qing Han to keep it up. He announced, "In 1 month, we will challenge the Key class, the strongest in the 2nd year of middle school. The goal is, apart from the top 3 in their class, to defeat all the rest. Are you all confident?" Everyone shouted in unison, "Yes!" Yunfeng happily raised his hand to encourage them. "Very good." In the blink of an eye, more than a month had passed since the novel was published. Zishin went shopping. "Hello, I want to buy the meat of the violent great eagle." The staff advised, "Okay, may I ask how much you want to buy? We have a promotion going on. If you buy 100 jin at once, you'll get a 5% discount." He thought, then I won't buy it for now. Zishin waited until he had enough money to buy 100 kills at once. After all, it's only next month. Time passed until the next day. On the school campus, Zishin was walking with Qing Han. She said, "Xiaoshen, new cafeteria just opened a few days ago. I heard the chef there cooks really well. Should we go there and try it?" He agreed. Okay. They moved together to the busy cafeteria. Qing Han smelled the food and got excited. "It smells so good." Her food tray was filled with delicious dishes. Qing Han exclaimed, "Xiaoshen, it's a good thing we came early. Otherwise, we would have had to queue." Zishin agreed. "That's true." A crowd was arguing. "Hey you, why are you cutting in line?" "I'm not cutting. This is a spot my friend saved for me." "You can even have someone save your spot in line?" "Are you kidding?" "I cut in line, but it's my deskmate's spot." "What does it have to do with you?" "Is there something wrong with your brain?" "I'm cutting in. What are you going to do about it?" Qing Han was worried. "Xiaoshen, who is Xiaoyu arguing with? Should we go over and check?" Zishin refused. "It's probably not necessary." Xiaoyu was so aggressive that she made the line cutter scared. Look, the line cutter saw Xiaoyu's power and left angrily. Brat. The atmosphere in this cafeteria instantly became tense. Suddenly, he was cut off by a group of people. "What are you doing? What do you guys mean?" One of them replied, "Nothing. We just want to cut in front of you." Xiaoyu was furious. "What are you joking about? Go get in line!" He froze because he couldn't push them away. Xiaoyu's mind started to worry incessantly. "I can't push them." She realized something was wrong. "It's Xiaoyu, it seems like he's being bullied." He stepped forward and tapped the guy's shoulder. "Classmate, please go to the back of the line." The guy was defiant. He pointed, "If I don't, what can you do?" Zishin calmly took out his phone. "I'll report it." He got angry. "You're actually playing the reporting game? How shameful." He was calm. "I think the act of cutting in line is even more shameful." They couldn't win the argument and left in a huff. In Shanghai City, inside a mansion in a wealthy area, the cult leader announced, "Chang the Fool is dead." Before that, he went crazy and ran to the vegetable market, provoking the security team, and then he died. Someone commented, "It's a good thing that idiot died. He was causing trouble everywhere. I've wanted him dead for a long time. Otherwise, he would have involved us sooner or later." He spoke, "And this kid is new. In the future, he will inherit the position of Chang the Fool. Everyone get to know each other." Also, the rat god told me that ordinary people are too bitter and very hard to eat. In the future, he wants to eat the flesh of the high and mighty. Everyone should know this, and not offer unsuitable sacrifices. The crowd murmured. "Cult leader, catching people from the upper class is extremely dangerous." "That's right. If 1 or 2 ordinary people go missing, it's fine. If an upper-class person goes missing, it will be a big deal." The cult leader instructed, "Quickly, select the sons of wealthy but helpless businessmen. Teaching them in that way has a much lower risk. Since you're still new, you don't need to catch upper-class people. First, just catch a young, ordinary, handsome youth to practice your skills. Then bring him to a son of God, a lord under the rat god, as a sacrifice. The man guaranteed, 'Cult leader, rest assured, I will offer the most beautiful sacrifice in the city to the son of God.'" In the classroom, Xiaoyu was saying, "I've investigated for several days and found out that people who cut in line are from the 3rd year of middle school, and they are the strongest Key Class 2 that we are about to challenge. These people have no character at all. I'm really impressed." Zishin casually remarked, "Being good at studying doesn't mean their character is also good." Suddenly, he was startled by the information on the screen. Zishin pondered, "Another rich heir has gone missing? This is the 5th case of a rich heir going missing. Moreover, the motive is not for money at all, because no kidnapper has demanded a ransom from the families. Could these kidnappings be related to the rat god cult?" The next day, the 1st-year middle school class will challenge the 3rd-year Key class, the strongest one. The people who cut in front of Xiaoyu last week still occasionally look towards him. Xiaoyu immediately responded with a similar finger gesture. Similar. Not long after, both teams finished warming up and the sparring began. Just like previous times, Shinseng Han was still the one to fight the first round. She had to face a strong opponent who struck decisively. But Ching Han couldn't fight back and was continuously attacked. She thought grimly, the senior from the Key class is too strong. Even using the turtling method, I can't defend. The senior girl delivered a decisive blow to finish her opponent. Every kick was delivered with extreme precision. Not only Shen Ching Han, but even Li Chuxin and the others, basically, were completely helpless against this senior. It wasn't until a short-haired classmate, who was a bit stronger, appeared, that they were able to defeat that senior. But another senior on the other side very quickly regained control of the situation. But in less than 10 minutes, this senior sister had defeated 9 people in a row, including 3 male students. Not long after, the entire class was beaten so badly that only 4 people remained: Zishan, Wang Shuji, Liu Gong, and Xiaoyu. As for the third-year middle school class, only 5 students had been eliminated from the ring, and there were still 36 students who hadn't appeared yet. The 5 who were eliminated were all girls, and on the other side, not even a single male student had entered the ring. Yuan Feng was worried. The difference in strength is just too great. We can't fight them at all. He instructed, Xiaoyu, it's your turn. The other side still has 6 female students. You go and defeat them all. Can you do it? He confidently assured, it's a piece of cake, teacher. Xiaoyu thought smugly, 6 people is nothing. Even if there were a few more seniors, I'd still be willing to fight. Full of confidence, he leaped into the fighting ring. Xiaoyu did not disappoint everyone's expectations. Using just a little strength, he knocked all 6 female students off the stage. Suddenly, an aggressive person jumped into the ring. Ji-yoon arrogantly gave a faint smile. Are you ready to die? He retorted, you not only lack consciousness, but you also lack self-awareness? In his heart, the opponent was the first male student to fight, so he must be a weakling. This is my chance for revenge. He frantically rushed towards Xiaoyu with his fists. Immediately after, a straight punch landed on his stomach. Xiaoyu clutched his chest. So fast. Moreover, this punch, Ji-yoon arrogantly said, too weak, surrender. He angrily pushed him away, shouting, get away from me! But unfortunately, Xiaoyu received another painful kick. He collapsed after continuously taking painful blows. Xiaoyu curled up, cramping in pain. It really hurts. His strength is not inferior to the other male students. It might even be higher. He deliberately came out to fight to get revenge on me. I was too careless. Kiyo then challenged, don't you like to meddle in other people's business? If you have the guts, then come in. If not, then forget it. Zishan glanced and immediately jumped in to accept the challenge. He thought, I was just sad I didn't have a chance to get on stage. The opportunity has just arrived. Everyone cheered. Shinj, beat him up! Cutting in line at the cafeteria is one thing, but being so arrogant on the fighting stage? Beat him! He immediately moved quickly toward Zishan's position. Kaya was resolute. He planned to use his fists and feet first to gain an advantage. But with just one hand, he was able to block his move. After that, Zishan grabbed Kiyo's head and slammed it hard onto the floor. He was immediately knocked unconscious on the spot after that attack. After that, he stepped over his body and finally used his foot to kick him out of the ring. The audience was stunned. Caillou's strength is ranked in the top 5 in the class, yet he was defeated just like that. Is that student that strong? Yuan Feng was stunned. Lin Zishan is still hiding quite a bit of his strength. Otherwise, it would be impossible to reach this level. Shuji was horrified. That Lin Zishan usually performs so strongly, and it turns out that wasn't even his true strength. Xiaoyu was in awe. Is this even human anymore? He coolly turned to look down at the Key class. Who among you is next? Those students turned pale with fear. No one wanted to accept the challenge. Half an hour later, the remaining 29 students of the third-year regular class were all defeated. Zishan thought, I wonder what progress the natural selection has reached. Suddenly, the system panel appeared. He looked at it and pondered, only 119 in 4 hours? This rate of increase is too slow. Every time there's a class sparring session, I'm always the last one to go. This can't go on anymore. My strength far exceeds the high school level. If I didn't have to follow the school's regulations, high school, what to do next? I will set my own rules. On Monday, a startled voice echoed in the office. What? Arrange a challenge match. For me with a prize? Zishan was serious. That's right. I want to challenge the entire school. The principal refused. You're only a first-year middle school student, and you're already challenging the whole school? Are you serious? On what basis? Zishan affirmed, yes, principal. Please come with me to the gymnasium, and I will prove to you that I have enough strength to issue the challenge. After that, the two of them moved to the gymnasium. She spoke, Zishan, it's so late already. Why did you bring me here? He took off his shirt and replied, of course it's to show my strength. The principal worried silently. Does this kid want to show off? She stopped him. Zhaoshan, wait a minute. Zishin nimbly grabbed the iron bar with his hand. He could lift a 700-kilo weight with one hand. The principal was startled to see that terrifying feat. She was embarrassed. So this is the strength he was talking about. The principal spoke. 700 Jin, that's even stronger than Wu Tiancheng, the strongest student in the first year. No problem. I will arrange a solo performance for you to challenge the whole school. He scratched his head. Principal, remember to set a prize. Without one, no one will be motivated. It's best to create two types. One is a participation award to encourage people to get on stage. The other is an accumulating prize pool. The more challenges, the bigger the pool. Whoever defeats me will get it all. And if no one does, it belongs to me. She was satisfied. Rest assured, leave it to me, your principal. I will do as you say. Zishin said, Principal, as for my strength, please keep it a secret. Otherwise, no one will challenge me after they find out. The principal agreed. All right, I'll listen to you. A long time later, inside the principal's private office, she took out some papers. Zishin, look at the plan. How about we organize a challenge match like this? He was satisfied. No problem at all. Thank you for your hard work, Principal. The principal said modestly, It's nothing. Not hard at all. The two teachers behind them wondered, What's going on? What kind of upside-down world is this? Yuanfeng thought, At school, the demon principal always has a serious face. Why is she now smiling fawningly in front of Lin Zishen? Like that? At 2 p.m., all students of the school gathered at the martial arts arena. The principal began to introduce his basic personal information and recent achievements. He followed the plan exactly. Then the rules and rewards were explained in detail. As expected, the audience below erupted. The students murmured, Principal, are you sure? He's a first-year middle school student, and yet he's setting up an arena and calling everyone to challenge him. He just beat the second-year class, and he's already showing off. He has no respect for anyone and doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Zishen announced, starting tomorrow, every day, I will guard the arena in the gymnasium for 2 hours during the lunch break. Everyone is welcome to come and spar. He was extremely happy inside. Excellent. It seems a lot of people want to beat me up. It's possible that the natural selection will be completed ahead of schedule. Night fell. The streets were bustling with people. The man walked down the street with a nonchalant expression. The girls chattered, Hey, handsome, are you alone? Interested in going to a bar for a few drinks together? Hearing those words, the man immediately showed his disgust. Not interested. Get away from me. The two girls left. No fun at all. Destined to be a single dog. The man thought, I give up. Is Shanghai City really this active? I just want to find a perfect 10 handsome guy. Why haven't I found one after so many days? The men passing by on this road are not pleasing to the eye at all. If I can't complete this sacrifice mission perfectly, what will the cult leader think of me? Will I be ostracized in the cult later on? Initially, I thought about kidnapping male celebrities, but they have bodyguards around. I'm just a newcomer to the rat god cult. I basically don't have the ability to catch them. The deadline for the mission is approaching. What should I do now? Suddenly, the man saw his figure run past. The man's eyes lit up as he exclaimed, looking at Zishen, He's handsome. It's true that you can search high and low for something without finding it, but then find it without any effort. The member of the rat cult gave a sinister smile. That's him. The man stood there, watching his figure run into an alley. The person's face immediately began to transform. This road seems to have no passers-by. The man immediately transformed his body into a mutant rat. It's time to act. But suddenly a brick was thrown straight at its face. The mutant rat held its head and cried out in pain from being hit by the brick. What's going on? Zishin spoke coldly. I didn't expect that while going out for a workout, I'd actually catch a rat man. The mutant rat diagram's unlock speed has increased again. It knelt down, thinking, This guy is terrifying, and he's saying things I don't understand. Why am I so unlucky? The mutant rat continuously slammed its head on the ground. He looked on, bewildered. What's this? I only threw one brick at its head, and it's already dead? How can there be a rat god cultist this weak? Never mind, no need to stress. I'll just quickly absorb its life essence. In case someone comes here, it only increased by 1? That little? No wonder this rat man is such trash. But considering safety, recently, I shouldn't go out for a run at night anymore. After all, not all cultists are trash like this. There are a few powerful rat god cultists. After transforming, the body is incredibly powerful. It can even withstand firearms. The next day, when Chen woke up, he heard that at 3 a.m. last night, the city's public security headquarters had cooperated with an instructor from the Evolution Academy of Sun Hai to capture a batch of the rat cult. He sat on a chair, drying his hair. The rat god sect has been wiped out? The one who defeated the rat king this time was Wu Tiancheng, an instructor from Sun Hai Academy, a gene fusion user with a high-level biological rank. In that battle, Tiancheng used a series of skills to attack the mutant rat. After just a moment, his immense power defeated it. This battle only lasted for half a minute, and he achieved an overwhelming victory. Zichen was quite surprised watching it. This is the power of a high-level being, truly powerful. In another place, where a skyscraper was lit up, a big brother raised his glass and asked, "Tiancheng still can't contact the teacher?" Tiancheng sighed and replied, "Still missing." A group of experts went to the chaotic origin land number 36 that year, and their whereabouts are still unknown. He asked curiously, "What's the current situation of origin land number 36? He replied, "It's considered quite stable. Otherwise, I wouldn't have time to come here." The cleanup operation that year also had a few small fries who escaped during the chaos. The big brother was bewildered. Small fries? The entire city's security headquarters was helpless against the Rat King. But to a high-level genius like you, it's indeed just a small fry. Since you're here, why not go back to your old school and give a lecture? Tiancheng refused. "Big brother, I'm not a free person. I have a proper job." He replied, "Giving ideological guidance to the cute boys and girls is also a job. In another place, in a deep pit where only the moonlight could be seen, a rat king was furious. At first, it was just eating stray animals. Then it was eating young, tender-fleshed humans. Until after eating someone from the upper class, it developed a human-like form and skin. I spent so much effort to bring you here, so you could help consolidate the race and dig tunnels. Yet you went around eating people everywhere, and you even caused such a big commotion." The Rat King flew into a rage, raising its foot high, wanting to stomp down. It roared, "Tell me, don't you deserve to disappear?" The mutant rat trembled. "My lord, I beg you, please give me one more chance." The Rat King coldly declared, "I can give you a chance, but..." It raised its claw and moved towards its subordinate's head. "You must pay the price." In the end, only the pained cries of the mutant rat remained. The Rat King said unhappily, "The eyes of a sewer rat really stink." It craved to stuff its subordinate into its mouth, but it tastes very delicious. But you are quite smart, knowing how to hide behind the scenes and enjoy yourself, while letting your younger brother pretend to be the Rat King and take the fall. But if you don't honestly dig the tunnel for me, you will still be eliminated. The next day, people were talking. He's the one who wants to challenge the whole school. Lin Zichen, he's only a first-year high school student. He truly doesn't know his limits. He's going to the gym. Let's go watch the show. Zichen didn't care about the gossip and opened his phone to check. The content was, the 9 remaining remnants of the rat god sect have escaped. He looked at the bounty and thought, 50,000 for an escapee? But if I encounter one, I should first exercise restraint. Avoid the danger before thinking about the bounty. Later, inside the gym, surrounded by spectators, Zichen stood on the stage and glanced around. Quite a lot of people came. His gaze sharpened. Then there will be more rewards. Feng Ham announced, "Challengers will be able to participate in a lucky draw. Attractive prizes, first come, first served." The students immediately got excited. "I heard there's even the latest game console and an Apple phone. Can I touch Thanham's hand during the lucky draw?" The eyes of those infatuated with her lit up with excitement. "I want to challenge." Suddenly, a girl jumped out and kicked that person in the face. "Let me!" The female students in the school were excited. "I'm participating too. Junior Zichen is mine." The girls shouted from all directions. "We want to as well." Someone grabbed his hand and thought to themselves, "I felt it. Oh, this strong arm." Another person was shy. Such a handsome face. After that, the female students continuously clung to him. Zichen felt apprehensive. The situation has started to get weird. Although I don't want to hit girls, but for his own achievements, he quickly used his palm force to send them flying. One by one, they were all pushed off the stage. Zichen used a move like a whirlwind, saying, "My apologies." Immediately after, the system displayed a notification. "Natural selection 309-1000. Then a female student spoke up. "I still want to challenge again." He reminded her, "A challenger who fails cannot challenge again." The female students were dissatisfied. "Why is it like this? I still want to be touched again." And then a male student stood up. "Lin Zichen, right? I found you annoying for a long time. It's my turn to teach this kid a lesson." But then he was beaten by Zichen system. Selection 419, Zichen continuously attacked. The male student couldn't fight back. Just like that, time quickly passed. It was 4 o'clock. During that time, he had knocked out many people. "Is there anyone else?" Immediately, someone spoke up proudly. "I'm here!" The audience started talking. "It's Yan Shaoxian, the top student of the second-year high school advanced class." Someone asked, "Between these two, who do you think will win?" But Yan Shaoxian, after all, the key class and the advanced class of the second year of high school are not on the same level. That year, he defeated a group of people by himself, but in the end was still defeated by Chen Wuxing, who was one level higher. Shaoxian jumped onto the stage and said, "Junior, I was once as wild as you, but only after being tortured by others did I understand what's called there's always someone better than you and a heaven beyond the heavens. Today I will teach you the first lesson of your life, how to be a genius without being reckless." Zichen didn't care. "Teacher, can I start now?" The teacher agreed. The match begins. While he was still boasting, "Junior, I suggest," he immediately received a punch from him. A fierce fight broke out on the stage. Lin Zichen cleaned his ear with disgust. Finally, it's quieter. The audience was horrified. Yan Shaoxian was actually defeated. Is Lin Zichen this heaven-defying? Suddenly, applause was heard from below, attracting everyone's attention. The crowd was in an uproar. "It's Chen Wuxing! He will definitely help Yan Shaoxian regain his honor. The best student in the school has come to challenge." He was surprised. The best student in school? Is this the type of situation where if the kid gets beaten, he calls the adults? As soon as Wuxing jumped into the ring, "I really didn't expect that Yan Shaoxian would actually lose to a kid like you," Zichen asked. "Teacher, are we ready to start yet?" He was angry. "Can't this kid listen to me finish my sentence?" The teacher announced, "Begin!" Immediately, Wuxing rushed forward. "It seems the only way to make you listen is to defeat you first." Then they rushed at each other. Zichen spoke up, "I'm really very sorry." And then he kicked him high into the air. "I'm very busy." Wuxing, while being beaten, screamed in horror, "Impossible!" The students below were dumbfounded, unable to believe it. He gestured, pointing. "What are you still standing there for? Hurry up and fight me," a dazed male student asked. "Who, me?" Zichen nodded. "Yes, you. You haven't fought me yet." The male student stepped up, scared. "You have to go easy on me later." He thought to himself, "Since I'm already here, if it weren't for the chance to win a prize in the challenge," he guaranteed, "Absolutely." And then Zichen knocked him out. System notification, progress +1. The audience was determined. Since we're already here, losing to him is not a disgrace. I want to win the Apple phone. Immediately after, he defeated them one by one with ease. Many people were successively beaten by Zichen. The system chimed continuously. He used gentle, decisive moves to send his opponents flying off the stage. System, in the main competition, used the most primitive biological methods. Zichen suddenly became excited. Finally, Zichen looked at the system and thought, "Increase." The damage attribute is simple and crude, but extremely practical. But it doesn't specify the extent of the damage increase. How much exactly? He jumped off the stage. "The challenge is over. Everyone disperse." The students murmured, "So fast?" I still wanted to watch for a while longer. After that, Zichen left the gym with Fan Ham. A moment later, all the students dispersed in a flood. Sometime later, the door to the principal's office opened. The principal spoke. "Congratulations. You actually won first place in the entire school." She said, "You can even defeat Chen Wuxing. You must still be hiding your true strength, right?" He replied calmly, "That's right, but only a little." She retorted, "I see more than that." Not long ago, Chen Wuxing took part in the special recruitment exam for Capital University. He lifted 690 kilograms with one hand. Based on that, your number must be around 800 kilograms. Zichen replied, "Principal, your prediction is as good as God's. I'm 790. He thought to himself, "I still can't let her know my true strength." The principal smiled. "I knew it." Suddenly, he called out, "Principal, when will the prize money of Thou be credited to my account?" She took out her phone. "I'll transfer it to you right away." She sighed to herself. "He really is a kid who only has money in his eyes." The principal said, "Zichen, from now on, you will represent the school." He interrupted, "Principal, Chen Ham and I both really like to swim. Can we use the swimming pool in the gym?" "Gym? You can use it any time. Furthermore, while you are using it, outsiders are not allowed to join." She nodded. "I know, you can use it, right?" Zichen was surprised. She agreed so quickly. He spoke up. "I don't like being seen by others when I'm in my swimsuit. So when we use it, I'll go cover the camera there." The principal thought, a young man and woman together in one place is one thing, but they're even covering the camera. She imagined an embarrassing scene. Could this child possibly want to? The principal took out the key. "If you want, then I will naturally satisfy all your requests." "You want? From now on, that place will be your private swimming pool. Just be careful. Don't cause any incidents involving human life." After hearing those words, he became bewildered. Human life? A moment later, Zichen left the room with Fan Ham. He held the key and pondered. "Next, I can explore what Ham's ability really is." She spoke up. "Zhaoshen, there's something I want to ask you." Zichen was curious. "What is it?" Fan Ham pleaded. "I signed up for a singing competition. I've become quite proficient at singing, but I still need someone to practice the chorus with me for a little help. Okay, Xiaoshen, can you practice with me tonight? He agreed, of course I can. Then she left. That's great, Zichen thought to himself. Does she care about this competition that much? But I hope she can be more confident in the competition. As night gradually fell, only the lights remained. Thengham happily showed off her singing talent in front of him. King was worried. Wife, the two children are grown up now. Isn't it inappropriate for a boy and a girl to be in the same room? Tu Mong retorted. The two of them are childhood sweethearts who played together. What right does an old man like you have to object? That old man named Shen, I advise you not to be nosy. He explained, then I won't say any more. Those sounds quickly reached Zichen's ears. He said, Ham, we've been practicing for half an hour already. It's almost time for class. Tomorrow after class, we'll go to the school's swimming pool to practice. Remember to bring your swimsuit. She agreed. Okay. Thengham waved. Bye-bye, Xiaoshen. He replied, see you tomorrow. Then, left alone, she shyly thought. The swimming pool? Thengham chose her clothes. Which swimsuit should I wear? She laid out the clothes on the bed and racked her brain to find a suitable outfit. Thengham shyly picked it up. Is this one too revealing? She imagined swimming with him and blushed. Then she quickly stuffed it into her bag. After all, it's only Xiaoshen in the swimming pool. The next day at school, the air was fresh and quiet. Inside the deserted swimming pool, there was only one figure. Zai Chen, in his swimming trunks, stood with his arms crossed, waiting for someone. He glanced up at the camera and thought, you can rest assured while I work. Suddenly, Zichen heard a call from behind. Xiaoshen! It was Thengham running towards him in a charming swimsuit. She spoke gracefully and apologetically. Sorry to keep you waiting. Zichen reminded her, slow down, be careful not to slip. His heart was in turmoil. So cute. He blushed. Come on, let's get in the water and train. And then the two of them jumped into the water together and started training. Zichen held Thenham's hand. They looked at each other affectionately. Her sparkling eyes looked at him happily. The two just exchanged glances. Thengham pointed upwards with her hand, signaling to go up. Then Zichen wrapped his arms around her and swam upwards. When they surfaced, Thengham wrapped her arms around his neck. Zichen asked with concern, What's wrong, Ham? She splashed the water and said, Zichen, the water can pass through my body. Thengham scooped up some water with her hand and asked him to look. The water droplets fell from her hand. Thengham was delighted. It passed through my hand again. Thengham wondered, how strange. Why is water flowing through my body like this? Zichen fell into deep thought. Could this be Ham's superpower? He suddenly grabbed her hand and requested, Let me see your hand for a moment. Zichen understood in his heart. Other than the fact that water can pass through it, there's nothing unusual. He held Thenham's hand and pulled her along. Let's go over there. Let me help you check your body to see if there are any other places that water can also pass through. Startled by Zichen's sudden action, she couldn't help but blush. Okay. A long time later, Thengham lay on the table with a shy expression. Xiaoshen at this moment, Zichen was using water to test her body. Thengham was bewildered. How much longer? He analyzed. I've tried 3 times already, but there's nothing unusual about your body. It seems for now, only your hands have this ability. She was helped to sit up. So that's what it is? Xiaoshen, you said I couldn't hold my pee since I was little. Could it be that somewhere in my body, water is seeping through? Zichen replied. That's a possible reason. Next time you feel like you can't hold it anymore, remember to let me know, okay? Try to feel it yourself for a bit. See if any part of your body feels the same as the palm of your hand. He thought gloomily to himself, a little more, and I'll sound like a pervert. And at this moment, Thengham looked at her hands with joy. In other words, I'm not a useless girl, but a person with superpowers related to water. One day, my abilities will be fully unleashed. I might be able to stand by Xiaoshen's side and become his most suitable other half. Then, as night fell, the streets were bustling with people. At a certain shop, an employee cheerfully greeted, Hello, welcome. Suddenly, a black card was thrown onto the table, surprising her. Zichen calmly made his request. I want 100 kilograms of violent eagle meat. Please deliver it to this address. The employee took it, stunned. Okay. She thought to herself, it's him again. Which young master is so generous with his money? After some time, the delivery person arrived. She reminded him, please give our service a good rating. And then he held a box and thought, I just received 120,000 yuan in royalties this morning. In total, I have about 210,000 yuan in my hands. Buying 100 kilograms of violent eagle meat should be enough. Let's see what kind of surprise its diagram will give me when it's unlocked. Then the system quickly appeared. You have devoured a large amount of life essence. Finally, Zichen appeared in another dimension, a place like an ocean. Large waves crashed down, soaking his hair. At the same time, a large foot with claws was grabbing an octopus. He stood firm and looked at the system. You have successfully unlocked the violent eagle diagram. Eye of the sky. Your vision and motion tracking ability have increased. Then Zichen's eyes emitted a strange golden light. The rays of light from his eyes shot out towards the city. Zichen scanned towards a passerby who was engrossed in his phone. He clearly saw the content on the screen and pondered, the eagle's eye is indeed powerful. Finally, Zichen returned to his familiar home. He glanced and saw his father and mother engrossed in watching the news. The news anchor said that recently, a triple gene fusion individual transformed in public, causing hundreds of casualties. Gene fusion is a wrong path. Throughout history, only demons have craved to become human. No one has ever wanted to become a demon. If we try, we will become high-level beings. Someone stood up and retorted, that's just a fairy tale. If not for gene fusion users, we couldn't even stop a bullet. Wu Sheng commented, to be blunt, gene fusion is like a bomb. It cannot be controlled. Once it transforms, it will be a major disaster. Huyan Han objected, such worries are unfounded. The state controls this issue very strictly, so the probability of it happening is very small. Instead of worrying about transformation, we should be worried about the inheritance of gene fusion. After all, they have lost the ability to reproduce. He agreed, that's true. Therefore, it is still necessary to store more before gene fusion, or find a partner to have children. Those words startled and stunned her. Huyan Han turned around. Xiaoshen, you're back? She thought to herself, did we say something inappropriate? In front of our son, Gansin also scratched his head awkwardly. Xiaoshen is back. Then let's go eat first. While sitting at the dinner table, Zichen spoke up. Tomorrow our school will hold a singing competition. Ham has also signed up. He was surprised. Really? Then our whole family will definitely go to cheer for Ham. She agreed. Of course. Ham is like my own daughter. He was on the side, eating while watching the awkwardness on his parents' faces. The next evening, the school stadium was extremely lively. Especially Gansin and Huyan Han were extremely excited. Chen Thanham, you are the best! Inside the classroom was the private space of Thanham and Zichen. He was helping her with her makeup. Meanwhile, Thanham was dozing off. She opened her eyes and asked, Xiaoshen, why are you staring at me like that? Zichen smiled gently and complimented her. Because you're very beautiful. That sentence made Thanham flustered. She clutched the hem of her dress to relieve the tension. Suddenly, So Tam walked over with a teasing expression. Are you two done being lovey-dovey? Thanham quickly explained. I just asked Xiaoshen for help, because he's good at makeup. It's not a confession or anything. She covered her mouth. I understand. Between a husband and wife, what simple love is there? At this moment, he was like a beauty expert. He thought, having too many skills is not a good thing. Then So Tam immediately left. I don't want to be a third wheel. I just wanted to remind you that after 2 more people finish, it will be our turn to go on stage. Then she closed the door and left, and she replied, I know. Zichen packed up his things. In that case, let me take you out to prepare. Suddenly, Thanham stood up. Her body was extremely uncomfortable, and she trembled uncontrollably. She went over and grabbed the hem of his shirt, calling out, Xiaoshen, Then Thanham couldn't hold it in any longer and wet herself. She was embarrassed. I couldn't hold it in again. Thanham cried, Xiaoshen, what should I do? It's almost my turn and So Tam's turn to perform. But we've been practicing for so long. If just because I wet my pants, all our efforts will go down the drain, then she'll hate me. Zichen quickly comforted her. Don't cry anymore. If you cry anymore, you'll have to redo your makeup. She still couldn't stop her tears. But right now, suddenly an idea flashed through his head. Zichen's face lit up. He had found a way to solve the problem. He saw the white curtain on the windowsill. Got it! Zichen quickly bent down, found scissors in the desk drawer, and then he reached out and pulled down the white curtain. Then Zichen meticulously and gently cut each line. Meanwhile, Thanham still couldn't stop her tears. She was bewildered, not understanding his actions. She called out, Xiaoshen? He brought out the finished outfit. It's done. Hurry up and go to the restroom to change. Thanham was shy. No need, Xiaoshen, you turn around. I'll change right here. Zichen, hearing that sentence, was so embarrassed his whole face turned red. He quickly turned his head away and replied, Okay. Next, she slowly pulled off the dress she was wearing. Those sounds unconsciously fell into Zichen's ears. Both of them became flustered, their faces as red as tomatoes. Meanwhile, Thanham was having trouble tying the strap behind her back. She reminded him, Xiaoshen, you can turn back around now. Zichen, thank you. Maybe because I cried so much just now. I'm not so nervous anymore. Zichen patted Thanham's head. Let's go. I hope the performance goes smoothly. On the stage, an announcement was made. Next, please welcome contestant pair number 20 to the stage, Lee So-tam and Shen Thanham. A moment later, the results were in. The winner of this year's school singing competition is Lee So-tam and Shen Thanham. He stood below, clapping continuously for her efforts. Meanwhile, the teacher was scolding, "Which devil cut the window curtains like this?" And so the two of them cleaned the classroom together. Zichen thought, is this the punishment for cutting the curtains? Suddenly, the system appeared, startling him. Accumulated multiplayer cooperation. Strength increased. Seeing that, a smile appeared on the corner of Zichen's mouth. An unexpected gain. After that, the female students continuously praised her. Ham, you sing so well. After school, come sing with me. You're so good, can you teach me a little? Thangham happily replied, okay. The singing competition really helped Ham regain her confidence. When her confidence returned, her martial arts also improved. As for him, he was hailed by everyone. Xiao Shen, you are so amazing. Son, you've won the championship, captain forever. After 5 years, our school has finally won the championship. Just like that. Zichen won the championship in many martial arts competitions. After that, he signed a contract to become the spokesperson for Havu's family's martial arts dojo. The advance payment from the endorsement, plus the royalties from the novel, was 900,000. He was happy. It's almost enough to unlock the next exotic beast diagram. The delivery person greeted him cheerfully. We meet again, handsome. This time he chose the hidden breath dragon, a species of lizard famous for its hiding ability. Zichen quickly absorbed it. System. You have devoured a large amount of life essence. You have successfully unlocked the hidden breath dragon diagram and obtained the biological attribute. Natural camouflage. By reducing the vitality in the body, it reduces your presence. Zichen thought. This creature's attribute actually has 2 effects. Reduces the sense of presence, allowing one to evade or sneak attack enemies. At the same time, it can hide one's biological level. The main business was done, but the cake his mom told him to buy still hadn't been bought. Zichen thought to himself, I'll go buy the cake and then head back. Suddenly he heard a shout, Behave yourself! Zichen thought, this is... He saw a woman being escorted under strict guard. Zhang Kai walked over and said, Zichen, what a coincidence. Zichen replied in surprise, Senior Zhang Kai. He glanced down at the equipment below and asked curiously, Your leg? He explained, That year I couldn't get into high school, so I lived recklessly for a while. As a result, I broke my leg in a motorcycle accident and had to have it amputated. Luckily, I participated in an experiment on body modification by the Mecha God Corporation. I never expected to be changed from a disabled person to a mechanical cyborg. Zichen wondered, So who is this person? Zhang Kai replied, That woman is a remnant of the Rat God sect. She is the only woman among the 9 remnants. Someone reminded him, Zhang Kai, stop talking, let's go. He replied, Coming. Let's talk again when we have time. I'm leaving. He waved his hand. Talk to you later. Zichen pondered. The Security Bureau has put all their effort into capturing the remnants of the Rat God sect for so long and found nothing. Yet the Mecha God Corporation captured one so easily? It seems this Mecha God Corporation cannot be underestimated. Suddenly, he heard his phone ringing in his pocket. Uyan-han asked, Xiao Shen, did you buy it yet? When are you coming back? Zichen replied, I'm buying it now. I'll be back as soon as I'm done. She reminded him, Be careful on your way. Ham and he were born only 1 day apart. So every year the two families celebrate their birthdays together. And this year's 18th birthday was no exception. Someone reminded them, Beautiful boy and girl, hurry up and exchange your gifts. Thangham spoke up. Xiao Shen, this is my gift to you. Zichen replied, Ham, this is my gift. Suddenly the ground shook violently. The whole house began to shake. Ansin reminded, It's an earthquake! He frowned and analyzed. This doesn't feel right. Meanwhile, underground in Songhai City, a secret was unfolding. The news report said, the strong earthquake in Songhai City was just a normal small earthquake, according to relevant departments. So, Songhai City is not on any tectonic plates. We hope the public will not panic. Zichen stood up. Mom, Dad, I'm done eating. I'm going to school now, Uyan-han reminded him. Be careful on your way. Later, when he met Thanham, she said, Xiao Shen, let's go to school together. He agreed. Okay. Thangham spoke up. We've celebrated our 18th birthday, so we're adults now. Zichen agreed. The college entrance exam is also coming up. She worriedly thought, I'm already worried. After some time, he finally had enough money to open the diagram of the void. Manfish. System. You have devoured a large amount. The life essence of the void fish. Immediately, A very large fish head appeared under the water. In the sky, an eagle appeared, spreading its wings to fly. Under the water, the giant fish was swimming continuously. Zishen looked at the system and thought, this way I can prevent sneak attacks. First, I'll go to the shopping mall to test the effect. As expected in real life, there are more ordinary people. Next, the next diagram I'll unlock is this one. Perhaps I might even get the healing ability of the living death snail as well. But this thing is also too expensive. The 100,000 in monthly royalties isn't enough. It seems that after the university entrance exam, I'll have to find a way to increase my income. The fresh scenery of Shanghai City. The sky is blue. In a luxurious building, there are many people holding important positions. Inside the minister's room, the person holding power, the comrade, was sitting and listening to the teacher's report on the achievements of general education in the cities of Namjiang province. This year overall is almost similar to last year. Tianquin City is still in the lead as usual. Next is Thongzhou City, Namquansun City, Haidaosan, and finally Haingyun, Principal Vian. The above is the education situation in the cities of the province this year. She took a sip of tea and replied, "You've worked hard." He asked, "Principal Vian, what is the current situation in origin site number 36? The comrade replied, "It's basically stable now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had time to preside over the provincial university entrance exam." In his heart, that's great. Otherwise, the entire Jiangnam province would be doomed. She stood up. "There's nothing else for me to do here. You can go and do your work." The teacher nodded. "Yes, sir. Please call me if you need anything." After that, the room door was quickly closed. The space was quiet. The comrade sighed, unknowingly. It's been a few years now. I haven't taken on any new disciples. She looked at her face through the glass window. Outside, the sky was blue, the water calm with small waves. The martial arts entrance exam in this world lasts a total of 9 days. The first day, in the morning, there is a written test to assess theoretical knowledge. In the afternoon, there is a physical examination to assess physical fitness. The students continuously go through physical fitness tests. From the 2nd to the 8th day is the practical combat time. All martial arts students in the province will be taken to a jungle for wilderness survival. On the 9th day, a test will be conducted on the ability of compatibility for the process of gene fusion and mechanical modification. And today, June 7th, the first day, students enter the university entrance exam. Qinghan and Zishen walked together on the long road. She suddenly gently pulled on his shirt hem, a gesture to call him. Qinghan was teary-eyed. "Xiaoshen, I'm very nervous. What if I pee during the exam?" Zishen quickly gave a sunny smile to reassure her. He pulled her into his arms. "There's no need to worry. Your theoretical knowledge is excellent. You've already put on diapers. You just need to try your best later." Qinghan blushed. "I'll try my best. You have to try your best too," Zishen replied. "Let's try our best together." A while later in the exam room, he was very seriously doing the test. Zishen was bored. "I'm finished writing. It's still early before it ends. So why not think about the plot of the novel?" Later, he saw her looking downcast. Could it be that Han didn't do well on the test? He reassured her. "We are students of the martial arts class. We just need to pass the written test." "No need to pursue high scores," Qinghan spoke up. I performed very well. You don't need to comfort me." Zishen was curious. "Then why do you look so unwell?" Her eyes glanced at him shyly. "I peed." "You wait here for a moment. I'm going to the restroom and we'll be back soon." Zishen reminded her. "Hurry up a bit. The physical test is about to start." A moment later, the results were announced. Lin Zishen's final result, lifting a 950 key weight with one hand. The students were shocked. "This is too amazing." The 100-meter sprint result he just got is also very impressive. He even jumped vertically up to 49 mt high. So strong. Qinghan walked over, wiping her sweat. He asked with concern, Han, how did you do?" She replied, "I ran the 100-meter sprint in 9:32 seconds, jumped vertically 1.62 and lifted a 125-kilo weight with one hand. Even so, I still can't compare to you, Xiaoshen." Zishen patted Qinghan's head. "But you are already a female top student." Xiaoyu came over. "Xiaoshen." Han, the written test scores are out. I heard Wang Shu, Jai, and Liu Gong both scored over 80. I was 1 point short. How about you guys?" She said nervously, "I'm checking now." Qinghan was excited. 82 points. He praised. "Higher than me? That's impressive, Han." Then the two of them turned their heads in unison. Xiaoyu asked, "How about you, Xiaoshen?" Zishen showed his score of 100. She admired him. "That's amazing, Xiaoshen." He was annoyed. This guy is still as freakish as ever. Later on the way, Qinghan spoke up. "Xiaoshen, tomorrow the week-long combat test begins. I wonder what the forest at the test site looks like." He took her hand. "Don't worry, I'll be by your side to protect you." Qing Han was happy. I'll follow Xiaoshen closely. The Crow Mask spoke. The practical exam starts tomorrow. At that time, you must make good use of your role as a security officer to help stop and control the top 10 geniuses. He presented a box. In this box are 10 demon seeds. The Crow Mask emphasized, it can help you out. If this is done well, I will introduce you to my superiors and make you an official member of the organization. He hesitated. I'm not in a hurry to become an official member. What I want now is a strange fruit. He said, young man, you are truly short-sighted. A strange fruit can at most help you evolve to the 7th stage. Normally, if you join, you can become a high-level creature. Hearing that tempting offer, he unconsciously swallowed his saliva. Then he agreed. You are right. First, it's better to become an official member of the organization. It will be more valuable. Then, the students are about to arrive at the test site for the practical assessment. This time, I'd like to remind the candidates to get ready to get off the bus. Zishin called Qing Han, wake up. Han, we've arrived at the test site. Wake up! She woke up groggily. Her sparkling eyes asked him, have we arrived? Candidates at gate number 9, please get off the bus and go to the assembly point. There are many scoreboards placed in the forest. Each is marked with a number, and each number corresponds to a score. These cards will be placed in difficult locations such as treetops, cliffs, on beasts, and even on mutated beasts. Each beast and mutated beast is protected by security personnel. You can seek help in an emergency, but the price is immediate elimination. 4. The strange beasts deep in the forest. Contestants, please stay calm. Besides individual scores, the combat evaluation score is based on video performance. There are a total of 1 million contestants, but only 500,000 scorecards. More than half will not have any. 4. Highly value cooperation and competition. Participants can cooperate to share scorecards or steal from others. Please prepare. In 1 hour, you will enter the examination area. The students murmured. My dad is a high-level manager at the Mecha God Corporation. If a big shot takes me with them, I will definitely repay them handsomely. Someone excitedly said, I'll take you. I am a top student from the genius class of number 1 middle school. The teacher from Changzhou reminded, first warning, forming blatant groups like this is not allowed. The guy was scared. I'm sorry. Other students surrounded him. Lin Zishen, you're so powerful, take me with you, he said coldly. I refuse. The female student asked, why? Junping came over. Classmate, I'm a little hungry right now. Can you sell me some of your food? Zishen threw it to him. No need for money. It's a gift. Junping was surprised. Are you that nice? Why don't I team up with you two? I am Hong Junping, a student of the rocket class at Thian Queen School. He refused. Thank you for your kind offer, but we don't need it. He turned to leave. That's fine too. Thank you for the bag of cakes. Tang Han wondered, this person is really strange. There are so many eateries here, yet he still came to ask us. Zishin reminded her, the intention is not in the words. Who told us we have a great beauty here? She blushed. So he came here to hit on me? He took Qing Han's hand. Time is almost up, let's get going. To give Qing Han time to adapt to the pace, they wouldn't go deep into the forest right away. Instead, they will first search for scorecards on the outskirts of the forest. Zishin used his special skill, the heavenly eye. Then the surroundings seemed to shrink in his field of vision. Zishin pointed. There's a scorecard on top of that tree. You go get it, she agreed. Okay. Qing Han jumped onto the tree and held up the card. Xiaoshen, I got it. Immediately after, he used his divine eyes again. This spot. Then, the same action was repeated continuously. Zishin's eyes lit up with a brilliant golden energy. He was the one guiding Qing Han to get it. And this spot, too. A moment later, she had many scorecards in her hand. Qing Han was excited. Xiaoshen, you are amazing. How did you do that? As the two were celebrating, a voice was heard. What a coincidence. Junping waved and walked over. We meet again. I have now obtained 28 points, and someone like me repays a favor tenfold. In his heart, he thought, she's so cute. I have to get to know her today. Junping spoke up. How about I lead the team for you guys? Then we'll split the scorecards 3 ways. Zishin put Qing Han behind him and spoke up. We don't need to form a group. If you really want to repay us, then just give us all the scorecards in your hand. Hearing that, he became annoyed and his eyebrows furrowed. Junping angrily raised his hand. Classmate, the path is a bit narrow. Then he threw a punch. Classmate, the road is a bit narrow. He raised his hand to stroke his hair and replied, That's right, the road is a bit narrow. And then, Zishin gently punched Junping in the stomach. Immediately, he grimaced in pain and spat out blood. Finally, he took Junping's card and led her away. Thanks. Qing Han was worried. Xiaoshen, will he be okay? Zishin replied. It's okay, I didn't use any force. Next time, he continued to help Shen Qinghan find scorecards. He also taught her how to use the cards as weapons to hunt forest game. Zishin instructed, aim properly before you act. Remember to be fast and accurate. They even picked fruits and ate them together. They also taught a lesson to those who ambushed them. The two of them defeated enemies everywhere together. When they were tired, they leaned on each other to rest. I really wish this moment could last a little longer. Qinghan spoke up. Xiaoshen, we've reached the mutant beast area in the middle of the forest. But Xiaoshen, it seems we're too late. All the mutant beasts are gone. Qinghan was sad. What a pity. If we could have come earlier, then the genius who kills strange beasts would definitely include you. Zishin comforted her. There's nothing to be sorry about. The title itself doesn't have much meaning. He took her hand. All right, we should head back. But in Zishin's heart, there are cameras and security personnel everywhere. So even if I kill a mutant beast, I can't devour it. It's better to help Han Han train her wilderness survival skills. That's more valuable. After the practical test is over, next is the gene fusion compatibility test. Everyone moved to the Haidao Gene Research Institute. The instructor said, everyone, please get in line at the testing window. A moment later, the organizer's voice rang out. Next person. Qinghan wondered. Xiaoshen, the reagent things placed over there. Are they used to test the gene fusion compatibility? He replied. That's right. That is the flowing cloud jellyfish gene reagent, the gene of the strange beast. This flowing cloud jellyfish has a very high correlation with humans. It can easily cause a chemical reaction, especially with human blood. Therefore, it is used as a reagent to test gene fusion compatibility. And the testing method is to draw fresh blood from the candidates on the spot and then inject it into the flowing cloud jellyfish reagent to initiate a chemical reaction. Based on the degree of reaction, one can determine if the test subject is suitable for gene fusion. Xiaoyu was worried. I hope I can pass the gene fusion test. I really don't want to have to take that. Mechanical compatibility test. Chu Xin worried. That's right. I heard the compatibility test for mechanical modification requires implanting special alloy materials into the body, and the level of pain is equivalent to childbirth. The two of them said in unison, please, heaven and Buddha, let me pass the gene test, please. A moment later, Qinghan started to have her blood drawn, her whole body tense. Zishin spoke. The results will probably be out in about an hour. 4. Someone was overjoyed. 8. My gene fusion compatibility is 8. I can become a gene fuser. Another person was sad. Only 4? I knew I couldn't become a gene fuser. 6 just barely passed. Excellent. He thought, 6 is a pass, 8 is excellent. 10 reaches the level of the two prestigious universities, Jingdo University and Sanhei University. Yet the gene fusion compatibility of that prodigy from Jingdu is up to 16. My physical quality is much stronger than his. It could probably reach 20. She pulled his hand. Xiaoshen, I can't. I'm so nervous. Zishin reassured her. It's okay, being nervous is normal. In his heart, if Han Han's compatibility is not high, then there's no way for her to be with me anymore. Suddenly, Chu Xin screamed, startling him. 10! Oh my God, I actually passed 2 universities. I can't believe I got a 10. Xiaoyu complained. Why is it only 11? It should be 12 or 13. He stood up. The two of you. They were behind us, but now their results are out. So ours must be out too. Let's go check quickly. No, Qinghan said fearfully. I don't dare to check. You check first. After you're done, can you help me check? Zishin took out his phone. All right, I'll help you check in a bit. The screen displayed Lin Zishin's gene fusion compatibility result, 15. She hugged him excitedly. Xiaoshen! With this score, you're definitely the top scorer in the province. In Zishin's heart, only 15? So it's not even as high as that prodigy from the capital? It seems physical strength is not the only factor that determines the entire compatibility. He spoke up. Han Han, it's your turn to be checked. She agreed. Okay. She comforted her. Don't worry, Han Han. Even someone at the bottom of the class like me can get a 10. You definitely can too. Suddenly, Zishin looked at the results, surprised. It was clear on his face. They looked at it and couldn't help but be shocked, their mouths agape. The content, Shen Qinghan's compatibility result is 21. At the Jiangnam Provincial Education Headquarters building, high-ranking officials were continuously reviewing the exam results. The comrade spoke. The compatibility merger results from many schools are in. Everyone, please take a look. After the presentation, everyone exclaimed, I can't believe it. The student who became the top scorer of the province this year is from Shanghai Middle School. Principal Bai, congratulations. A top scorer has appeared. She spoke, you're too kind. She thought to herself smugly. Excellent, Zishin, I wasn't wrong about you. You've really made a principal like me proud. Just when everyone thought Zishin was the top scorer, Han's test results stunned everyone. What? It reached 21? Is this really a value a human can achieve? Principal Bai was shocked. Han, Lin Zishin's childhood sweetheart. She usually looks so ordinary. The comrade asked, "What kind of student is this Han?" She replied, "Her performance is very ordinary." Could there be a problem with the test results? After hearing this, the comrade sighed. This is hopeless. It seems I'll have to go there myself. The hall was in an uproar. What's this? 21 was the test wrong? Han was stunned. Xiaoshen, why is it 21? Was there a mistake in the test? He walked over and took her hand. I don't think the test was wrong. You are naturally highly compatible with water, and the gene of the flowing cloud jellyfish used in the experiment. Its compatibility is with a very strong water attribute strange beast. Yes, Han understood. So my attributes are very compatible with water attribute strange beasts. Am I a genius? She was happy inside. I'm finally worthy of Xiaoshen. He was also happy. That's great, Han. Suddenly someone shouted, "Look over there!" What is that? That's Dongqi. She appeared with a huge tidal wave. Someone was excited. The girl standing on that high sea wave is a dragon girl. Is this a heretic element? Does she want to submerge this place? Dongqi's long leg gently stepped down from the wave. The staff present bowed respectfully. Principal Vian, the students murmured. Principal Vian, could she be Vian Dongqi, the vice principal of Shanghai University? That person is from the Vian family, a 1,000-year-old martial arts family. I heard the Vian family once slayed a dragon. They fused with the dragon clan's genes. Isn't that a water attribute gene fusion? No wonder she can control the waves. She walked over, looked up and asked, "Are you Han?" She was frightened by that imposing aura and said, "I am." Dongqi waved her hand and ordered, "Draw 3 blood samples and test again." The staff bowed respectfully. Understood. Chu Tam spoke up. "Oh my God, who would draw 3 more tubes of blood from Han? Are you okay?" Han raised her hand. "My arm is a little numb." The doctor called. Han, please come with me for a moment." A moment later, she went to her room. "Excuse me." Dongqi gently turned her chair around and smiled. "The results are in." It's truly unbelievable, but it was 21 all 3 times. Han was bewildered. "Really?" She suggested, "I'm straightforward. I want to take you as my disciple." Han couldn't believe it. She pointed to her face. "Take me as your disciple?" Dongqi created water. "As my disciple, you can perform actions like riding the waves. You will also be able to do it easily in the future," she said timidly, "but this is too sudden. Can I think about it for a bit?" In her heart, she thought, I should ask Xiaoshen first. She continued, "There's no need to consider anything. Becoming my disciple only has benefits, no disadvantages. I am both the Minister of Education and Training and the Vice Principal of Shanghai University. If we have a master-disciple relationship, then the university you will enter is Shanghai University. Yes, is there anything you want to say?" She blushed. "No." Dongqi took out her phone. "That's good. Now let's add each other on WeChat." Han took out her phone to scan the code and thought, I've been completely led by the nose. She reminded, "Oh right, besides you, I have another disciple. She started 15 years earlier than you, but she's about the same age as you, so she's considered your senior sister. I've sent you a photo. When I have the chance, I'll introduce you to." She looked at the girl in the picture. It was Qing Shui, and was surprised. "This is..." Han couldn't help but remember the past and call out her name. "Bai Shu." Han hurriedly asked, "Master, what is senior sister's name?" Dongqi was surprised. "Luo Tianshui, what's wrong? Do you know her from before?" She shook her head. "When I was in elementary school, I had a good friend named Bai Shui. She looks a lot like my senior sister, but she transferred schools very soon after. I was wondering if my senior sister is Bai Shui." She spoke with a firm voice. "Impossible. Yes, Han's gene fusion. Compatibility is higher than I know. Now I will give you a full body checkup to see if there's anything special about your body." She agreed. "Yes." Then Dongqi touched her body, creating a source of power and then examining the body. Suddenly her expression changed. Her eyebrows furrowed tightly. Dongqi pulled her hand back, her voice bewildered. "Strange." She quickly grabbed her hand. "Is there something wrong with my body?" Dongqi shook her head. "No, it's strange because everything is too normal. This is clearly a body with a compatibility rate of 21. Yes. In order to protect you, I will change your actual score to 16 and announce it to the public to prevent bad people from having any intentions of harming you." Han obediently replied, "Yes, yes." She looked at her phone. "It's getting late now. I've said everything I need to say. You can go back now." She walked to the door, turned her head, and said, "Then see you later, Master." Immediately after, the sound of the door closing echoed loudly. Dongchi sat alone in the room and started making a phone call. The person on the other end of the line asked, "How did things go, Dongchi?" She replied, "Dad, the person I told you about before has a fusion rate of 21. I've already accepted her as my disciple." He was pleased. "Good, very good. You must nurture this disciple well." Dongchi continued, "I've also investigated her background. It's clean. Furthermore, the second-place winner, Lin Zishen, the two are childhood sweethearts." Her father commented, "It's not that simple. Your disciple will surely be successful in the future. At that time, what we will receive then will be unimaginable. Yes, and also, regarding the terrifying talent of this genius, disciple of yours, you must never let anyone else know." Dongchi obeyed. "I understand, Dad." As night fell, Zishen rode his bike with Qinghan, who spoke with dissatisfaction. "You are really to blame. Why did you suddenly accept a master for no reason?" She pouted. "I also feel it strange. It was too abrupt." He reassured her. "Never mind, let's see how it goes. If the other person has no ill intentions, then just accept her as your master. If her character is not good, then wait until our wings are strong. Then we can proactively end this master-disciple relationship." Qinghan agreed. Wan Xin waved from her dream and ran out. "Xiaoshen, Han Han, you two are back." She added, "You're back just in time. Tonight, let's go to ManHwa restaurant to celebrate," she asked. "I heard Han Han became the provincial top scorer." "That's really great." Tu Meng was happy. "Han Han can go to the same university as Xiaoshen." "That's great." A moment later, everyone raised their glasses in unison. "Congratulations to Han Han and Xiaoshen for passing as the top and second-place scorers." Yansheng waved his hand. "It's getting late, everyone go home safely." Shenzhen replied, "You too. Let's get together another time." As night fell, only the light of the full moon remained. Inside the house, there were knocking sounds on the door. Then Wan Xin hurriedly ran to open the door. She said, "Coming," and she looked at Qinghan, blushed, and asked, "Han Han, are you here to sleep with Xiaoshen again?" Qinghan shyly explained, "No, it's just some very important matters that I want to talk about in person with Xiaoshen for a bit." She rushed into the house, her face bright red. "Aunt Xin, I'm here to see Xiaoshen," Wan Xin thought deeply. Important matters should still be discussed in person. Could it be that she wants to confess her feelings? She ran to his room door and knocked. "Xiaoshen, I have something very important to tell you." Zishen opened the door, looked at Qinghan, and asked, "What's wrong?" She stepped in and replied, "It's about me accepting that master this morning." He was surprised. "Your master?" Qinghan sat on the bed, hugged a pillow, and replied, "Today my master gave me a full-body checkup. The results showed that my body is nothing special, no different from a normal person. As for the fact that my body is leaking water, she couldn't detect it." Zishen thought, could it be that Vian Dongqi, the one who can control the great waves of the sea, also can't see the secret in Han Han's body? It seems her body is even more mysterious than I imagined. He touched her shoulder and advised, "For now, don't let a third party know about this. If it gets out, what the consequences will be, we can't predict. Wait until we become stronger and more knowledgeable. Then we will slowly study it. There's no need to rush." Qinghan agreed. "I'll listen to you." She took out her phone. "Oh, right, there's one more thing. When I was at the base, my master told me that I have a senior sister. I saw a picture of that senior sister. I found that she looks a lot like Bai Shui." He took the phone to look and pondered. "She does look a bit similar, but their auras are completely different." Zishen spoke, "But where is this background, do you know?" Qinghan looked at the photo again and shook her head. "I don't know. Let me ask my master." Message content. "Master, where did my senior sister take this picture?" Dongqi replied, "Origin site." She asked further, "Where is that?" She replied, "I only know it's an origin site. I can't ask about anything else." Qinghan relayed to Zishen, "I only know it's an origin site. I can't ask about anything else." He sat down next to her. "Then let's talk about it later." A moment later, Qinghan climbed onto the bed and lay next to Zishen while he was looking at his phone. Her face was pressed against the pillow, her eyes full of thought. Qinghan spoke up. "Xiaoshen do men like women who wear cheongsams?" Hearing that question, Zishen pondered. Could she have been influenced by that master of hers? He imagined her wearing a cheongsam, blushed, and said, "It's beautiful." In his heart, if Han Han wore it, she would probably look very beautiful. Suddenly, Qinghan pressed down on Zishen. "So do you like it?" He blushed. "I like it." She continued to ask, "What about fishnet stockings? Black, white, or flesh-colored?" Zishen was flustered. "Why are you asking such strange questions? If I have to say, then black or white." Qinghan placed an order. "Okay. Cheongsam with fishnet stockings, I'll order them all." He was confused. What is she suddenly doing? At that moment, a knock on the door was heard once again. Wan Xin said suggestively, Han, your mom just brought your toiletries over. You're staying here tonight, okay? She shyly accepted them. I didn't ask my mom to send these things over. Why did she act on her own? She advised, it's okay. You two are grown-ups now. It's fine to sleep together at night. Then Wanxin closed the door, leaving some private space for the young people. Qinghan looked at Zixin, her face as red as a tomato. She walked closer and emptied the bag. It's okay, I'll go change my diaper and then go to bed. Suddenly, Qinghan jumped, startled. What is this? She read the information on the package and screamed. Ultra-thin natural condoms. Qinghan shyly threw them back. Why did Mom put these things in here? She rushed off the bed. I'm going to change my diaper first. He watched Qinghan's confusion and sighed. What on earth is going on?